We have an extension on the MultiTap. It can carry 5 controllers today.
How many inches does it extend?
6.5.
8, but okay.
Okay. Sorry, I wasn't generous enough. It was. There's an extension extender that gives you another 2 and change.
Was that a
8.5.
flaccid? Maybe was this
Right.
I was talking about video games. I don't know what you guys were talking about.
We were talking
but
about
it sounds
penises.
kind of. Oh, okay.
It was
Wow. Ooh. I didn't know it was that kind of show.
Phalluses.
But you asked me to come on to this show. This is a little bit.
Exactly what
You said I was going to be on a show full of Christians, Larry.
That's right. It's Sunday. I gotta go pray.
Get on your knees somehow.
My goodness, that sounds like a Madonna song.
Get on your
What's
knees.
your name?
Hi, I'm Rob.
Hi.
Ivy Winter.
It's become a Rootcast.
Bye.
I love a bunch of straight guys I can talk about RuPaul's Drag Race with. Can I just say?
Sure.
I love it.
You're a straight guy.
Oh yeah, I'm just a regular bro.
Sure.
Yeah.
You wanna come over, watch some Dane Cook, play GameCube?
Dane Cook.
Where we wear our visors upside down.
Are we in 1998?
Yeah, we're just a bunch of bros, broing
We're our
around.
visors to the side and upside down.
Yeah.
With our
That way.
Jinko jeans. And,
Yeah.
all right.
The Axe body spray.
Yeah.
That was.
No, that was bod. It was
Jinko
bod
jeans.
back then. You guys remember bod?
I do
Was
remember.
bod.
That.
Yeah, it was
I
bod.
want your ball.
Exactly.
Damn it. Do we ever get your name? Or do we just get
I am Rob Roberts.
That's right, Rob.
That's me.
The horror question for you. What is the answer?
What was the question again?
It was when there's going to be something...
I'm
named
halfway
on a
out the
game.
window before you even finish asking this question.
Really?
Yes.
So you don't give 2 fucks about what it is you want to
I'm already out the window.
All right.
Yep.
Out
Makes
the
sense.
window, so you're committing your own death.
I live on the first floor, so no.
Okay.
Unless I
Why don't you
really...
just use the door, stupid.
well,
It's quicker.
it's a horror game. It's like the window is more convenient. It's right there.
It's
I'm
right
out.
there.
Because
I'm
all
out.
you have to do is turn the knob on the door and then open it.
But the enemy could be
on the other
You
side.
don't know. You guys don't
But
even
you
know
just
how to
saw
nope
the
out.
enemy, so it's like, okay, I'm going to go in the opposite
I told you I know
direction.
about.
There you go. And would you use a door or a window?
Whatever's closer.
Thank you.
If there's a
Thank
button
you.
prompt
you
to the window.
presuppose that the window is closer.
Although if you jump out the window, Slenderman's probably out there.
This I don't want to talk about that game. This actually happened, by the way. One night I was playing the Silent Hill Homecoming on Xbox 360.
The Silent Hill Homecoming.
Well, I was going to say the Silent
And then I
Hill
checked
that was
the
on
internet.
360, and then I remembered the name as I was so the Silent Hill Homecoming. So I was playing the Silent Hill Homecoming on 360, and it was in the middle of a rainstorm. And I shit you not, I get to this one part of the game where like a tile falls down and like a body falls, whatever scares you, and I'm just like, whatever. And then right after that,
You jump out your own window?
no, the front door blows open.
No!
Because it's a rainstorm.
No!
And I was like, is it? Like, what just happened to the door? And sure enough, I go look at the door and it's wide open. And there were 3 nopes. Nope.
Right.
The sound of the front door slamming. Nope. Me turning off the 360. Nope. Me jumping onto the bed and putting my face in my pillow. And that was the last time I played Silent Hill Homecoming.
Jumping out the window just brings a visual of like R. Kelly getting away from that situation and was it trapped in the closet?
Yeah.
Didn't catch that.
I'm trapped in Silent Hill. I'm coming out of Silent Hill. It's...
That deserves it. Like so hard.
Yeah, got Roslyn
And the
face
villain
on
was a
Irene.
midget. I am like Irene. I think we were the only other ones. I have to see it. Like if I'm on the sea floor and then this giant shadow, scared to death. But I gotta pan up. Like I have to see what's going to kill me. It's impending, and I have to see it.
I like scary games. I don't like violent games.
Okay.
And I'm actually getting. And I've talked about this a little bit on one of my other shows. Plug. But Mortal
What's the
Kombat.
name of your show?
I
Plug it.
Which one? Orange Lounge Radio. Or Horde House.
Or
Both
Horde
are part
House.
of the Voice of Geeks Network, VogNetwork.com. But you should check out Reading is Fundamental.
Sure.
I co-host on that one. That's all things RuPaul's
That
Drag Race.
sounds like a Rootcast.
It is.
Yeah. Library's
Reading
open.
is what? Fundamental.
The library is open, bitch. This was a fuckload of horror talk.
It was. We
And
need a
everybody,
horror-themed show, I feel like.
You're listening to MultiTap.
Hello and welcome all to MultiTap Theatre. The following is an entertainment show with special focus on the modern and retro gaming eras. Explicit language and content is utilized for emphasis and flourish, so please monitor children's listening. Yes, listener discretion is most gravely advised. The hosts welcome all audiences and encourage audience participation in most forms. Any visual or oral resemblance to any person living, famous, or deceased is strictly intentional. And now, for your listening pleasure, MultiTap Theatre. Podcast.
Let's go back in. Are we muted? We are. Genius. Brilliant.
Due to create.
Episode 19. What are we talking about today? What's on the agenda?
Equality.
We got
equality.
one of those gender equality. Equality for all agendas. The liberal
Agenda equality.
agenda equality.
There you go.
Or as the Brits would say, a gender. There's a mailbag, but with nothing in it, so we have no mail. We have to worry about that. Are we doing a pitch?
We're doing a pitch.
You have a pitch ready?
We're doing a pitch.
So Chris is doing a pitch later.
We're doing
We've
a
got
pitch.
trivia in between all of these different segments. I've got a couple. We have the guests, and myself will be talking about certain games from Gaming Past.
Hold up, I didn't know there was going to be a test today. Wait a minute.
What's the test?
The trivia? That's another word for test. Come on.
Yeah, it's true. And you're in it.
Oh boy.
You were a contestant.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
It's your
What do I
first
win?
You have to trivia.
Oh boy.
Rule
Fair
number
enough.
one of yes.
Fight,
enough.
Fight Club rules.
Yes. And then our main event will be Princess Irene talking about
Princess
and the
underscore-
guests because they both went to the Indie Arcade Expo. Underscore Irene.
Princess underscore Irene at twitter.com.
At twitter.com.
Special
Sorry.
guest Rob will be talking about SAC Indie Arcade Expo. They both attended, and I think it's kind of cool. We'll save it for the show.
Yes.
For the topic.
For the,
We'll save it for later.
for the bottom of the show.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Last round of trivia, and then a WWW from Monsieur Aaron.
And you're going to have to give us... your notes here are pretty cryptic. Which is
Exactly.
cool. I see.
He doesn't.
why.
Yeah, he doesn't want us guessing early.
I hope I can remember what they mean.
The
But-
first rule is don't talk about it.
The second rule is never break the fourth wall. Listening audience.
Now time for the Sigu.
You did it this time? Are you
See?
fucking serious?
I'm talking... Well, because that was to go along with the fourth wall.
That was amazing.
All right. So,
You've played along beautifully.
since we don't have mail,
We don't.
We're going to start off with trivia.
Okay.
Trivia round one. Now, Irene's the host this eve. Now,
With the
is it? What's the format here? Are we doing teams? What are we doing?
I think you should do teams.
Okay.
Right.
Fine.
Okay. So pick your
Very
teams.
fun.
Who are the teams?
Pick your teams. I call her up.
That's fine.
Okay.
Aaron, did you guys? That works. You guys are on that side. And we're on
Okay,
this
Is it true? Or are we doing the other way?
side. We're the Blue Barracudas.
You're...
Oh yeah.
I
Damn
don't
it.
care. You guys pick whatever teams you want to be on.
I'm cool with being a barracuda.
You guys are the Purple Parrots. Come on, let's be real.
All right.
So
We're,
blue barracuda.
Pearl's a favorite color right now, or violet, if you will.
those are only two Legend
How
of the
dare
Hidden
you.
Temple teams I can remember. So
Swing.
Silver Snakes. There
We,
you go.
we both squawk like parrots.
There's
over
like
there.
orange iguanas.
Wait a minute.
More parrotesh.
Don't parrots just repeat things that are said to them?
Yeah. Whoa, this is bad for trivia. Never mind, we take it back. We're not the parrots.
for trivia.
You could be a Silver Snakes.
Screw attack. Screw attack. I said it first. So
Iguanas.
you put BB and PP.
I did.
Makes sense.
Wasn't there green dragons or was it?
Green zone. There's green monkeys.
There was
Green
monkeys.
There's
gorillas.
no alliteration in
Wasn't
that,
it?
though.
Well, they
Was
did
it
not
gorillas?
have alliteration.
No.
They didn't?
I thought it was
No.
not all
Orange
of them.
iguana.
Just
Orange
most
iguanas.
of them.
No. So maybe it was just more...
The 6 teams? The 6
They had. I want to
colors
say.
picked out?
If there's an obstacle course in this thing, I'm going to be very upset.
We climbed the aggro crag at the end. Are you serious?
For a piece of that radical rock.
I hope you're fucking ready.
That makes
You didn't know where you came today, did you?
Did,
That makes,
didn't they make a Guts game on the NES?
Good.
Super
They
Nintendo.
did.
It was Super
Oh,
Nintendo.
Super Nintendo.
It was
What
just,
we did-
that makes Irene Moira Quirk.
Yeah.
So you're gonna do this in an Australian accent?
Why did I bring you here?
Tell you, as a
Jesus.
kid, had
Tell
a
us the
huge
next
thing for
segment,
Mario
Moira.
Kart. As an adult, I looked up. She did stand up. It was terrible.
Mike O'Malley.
Mike O'Malley.
Michael Malley was in. Oh God, I shouldn't admit this, but he was in Glee. Don't ask me how I know. I just know.
Because
Because of watching Glee.
It was half a season. Leave me alone.
Woof. Half a season.
I
made it through a
would
full
embarrass me on this show.
Kyle and I used to watch a lot.
Thanks,
of shows,
Irene.
And we just
Glee's now on our
collectively
show.
latched on hating Mike O'Malley. Turns out that
I'm
dude's got a
ruining
doctorate.
everything.
Mike O'Malley has a
Mike
doctorate.
O'Malley has a doctorate.
He went
Wow.
from
In
guts
what?
to
Was it
school.
in the
I don't
Agra
remember.
Crag?
It must have been in Cragonomics.
Cragonomics.
In bungee jump basketball.
Welcome to Cragonomics 101.
Aaron, you're
Interesting.
brilliant. Okay,
Cragonomics.
All right.
shall we start trivia?
Do I have to buzz in?
We should do
like,
this shit.
do you
Kind
ask
of.
one at a time,
With
or what do we
I
do?
will ask a question, and
We
then you
have-
guys buzz in with your team name.
With yeah, we have to do this.
Wait,
You
what
should
are
say
we
your
gonna
name.
collaborate?
That's too
Do
long.
I just say? Well, okay. Since we're the purple parrots, can I just say PP for short?
You can.
Yes, you can.
Or parrots, or
All
Wait,
right.
ours is BB, so it's going to be very similar.
Okay,
Well, it's
yeah.
whoever yells it.
yeah, but you will, yeah.
She's not going to be
We'll
like,
just
you
yell.
sound
Ah!
awful
You can
lot.
say parrots,
That's
you
our
can
best.
say
Wait, I was told I could say PP.
You can
You
say whatever
can.
you want.
I'm not going to respond.
Yeah,
to
she
it,
won't.
Fine.
We'll lose a turn because of your pee-pee, Rob.
but It's not the first time. Okay,
Damn.
so yes,
Is that hell is Sarah Silverman
No.
with your,
Can you-
undercuts?
What is the trivia this week? We haven't said that yet.
Oh yeah,
We should title it.
Okay, trivia is going to be about Super Metroid. Title
Fine.
it.
Metroidvia.
Metroidvia. I like it.
Okay.
Welcome to Metroidvia, everybody.
Super Metroidvia.
Metroidvia!
Wait, are
So I'm the
Zoinks.
first.
Are the answer-
Metroidia.
Are the questions going to be multiple choice, though?
No, none of them are multiple choice.
Can we get a point for that,
I
though?
said chosen.
No.
You said Chozo. Okay.
That was good. That was clever.
I like it.
Well,
All right, let's start. So
Great.
I split it up into 3 rounds. The first round is round Crade. So we'll start round Crade right now.
Round Crade.
Yes, these are the I think are the easiest questions.
Okay.
Internet, Metroidvia, round Crade.
Does this
We
make
are no
you
longer
mother
speaking-
brain because you're asking all the questions? I've just got.
Honey child! Honey child! You ain't even ready for round 1, much less question 1. It's been a while since we broke out
Since
Mother
you brought out
Brain.
Captain N, Mother Brain.
Shit!
Maybe Piper should.
I should have hosted trivia, yeah. As Mother Brain.
Mother brain. All right. So first question: in what year was Super Metroid released?
Blueberry Kudas.
Blah, 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 blah.
1994.
Chris.
I was going to say something way different. I'm surprised Blueberry Kudas came out.
Ooh, Barracuda.
I don't want to say that's 5 syllables, man. I'm just
You draw out the...
Purple Parrots
too much.
is 4?
4. That's like 20% less.
Yeah, but if you start saying, anyway,
All right.
20%. 20% fewer syllables. Let's.
Here's the second question.
Fine.
Finish this sentence. This is totally not a question. Finish this sentence.
That's going to buzz in right now.
Barracudas.
Period.
All right.
Period.
I'm a little teapot.
Nice.
Okay, here's the sentence. The last Metroid is in captivity.
Blueberry
But
Kudas.
PD. I forgot what I was supposed to say.
I know what it is too now, but what the hell just
I
happened?
forgot what I was supposed to say, so I just said everything.
Just noises.
You got out like
All
17
right.
syllables before he got out there 5. That was nuts.
I'll give it to her.
Sure.
Yes. The galaxy is at peace.
Wow. You said that like so bro. The galaxy is at peace.
I had to make up for my fuck up earlier.
My galaxy
Clearly.
is at peace.
That's correct.
I was gonna say
I
screw
know, we're
attack.
all surprised. That's right. Okay, so question number 3. On
Yes.
what planet does Super Metroid...
Blueberry Kudas.
Damn it.
It's contagious.
Zebes.
Yes.
It's not Zebes.
Sebes.
Hey, you like Super Metroid.
Mm-hmm.
How do you pronounce the planet?
I would say. I would have said Zebes.
How do you say the yellow birds from Final Fantasy?
Chocobo.
Thank you.
That one's easy.
That's because that's
What's
what they're
the other
called.
pronunciation?
Say it.
Kokobo.
It's not Kokobo, you monster.
Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna take
What
it
do you
to
call
Kokobo.
the planet's life energy distilled into magic gems?
Materia?
Yes, but the energy itself, my bad.
It's also a shark.
It's also a shark.
I always called it Mako. I
Great
don't call it
white.
Mako.
You can call it Mako or Mako.
I call him that.
You call it what?
It's Mako.
Mako? Mm-hmm. That's the same
That's
thing with
not
what's the vehicle that you can drive around in Mass Effect.
That one, you don't call that the Mako ever.
No.
Mako.
And it's spelled the same.
Well, it's because it's the Mako, like M-A in Japan is Ma, it's not May. It would be M-E. But it doesn't matter. Mako is acceptable. Fucking Kokobo's is not though.
Kokobo is. I gave you my reasons.
All right.
Many
I
years
understand
ago.
there would be more trivia questions.
Question 3.
I was told there would be pie and
Do it on
punch.
command, Rob. Okay.
I was informed there would be refreshments after round
There's refreshments.
one of
All right,
trivia.
question 3. Sorry,
So,
we're getting derailed.
Question 3 was already asked. So question 4.
Yes, question 4.
All right.
Question the
So,
fourth. Hashtag I do decree it.
Screw attack.
Screw attack.
Yes, screw attack. Turns which ability into an attack?
Parrots. Jump.
Incorrect.
Jumping.
Can I give a more specific answer? Space jumping.
Okay, yes. That's correct.
What's wrong with jumping?
Because if you don't spin or flip, it doesn't
It's
do the
not a
move.
spin jump.
Whatever. It's jumping. It's all
She
the
has
same.
2 jumps. She's got straight up jump, and then she's got flip.
Just got a straight up jump.
Straight up.
Well, that's some straight up bullshit. Is what
That's
that
some straight
is.
up
Here's some
bullshit.
straight up
Some baby back bullshit.
Was there a name for when you charge your weapon and then do like a ghetto screw attack? Was that a thing, or was that just ghetto screw?
Why is it ghetto?
Because you didn't have the
It's
screw
not the
attack yet. If you
legitimate
charge
Yeah.
and then
I
do
think there was.
the jump, it still hurt things,
Yeah,
but
yes.
it wasn't the
It
screw
didn't make
attack.
the
There is
noise,
a name
it didn't
for
do
that,
the
but it might
warp.
be a trivia question.
We'll see.
Bro.
You just wanted to change the subject.
We were wrong.
They're tearing our parrot asses
rigged.
Robbed.
Woof.
All right.
Maybe we can give half. Maybe
Have
we
you
can-
even buzzed in yet?
Yes. I screamed screw attack.
Maybe we can do half. No, you're the scorekeeper.
I am the scorekeeper. That's not half. No, you're good.
This whole thing's rigged for me to lose. This is Irene's stream,
Yeah.
so it's fine.
I just argued to get half.
The audience didn't see her clapping in approval like she was always. I think you got a thing against purple parrots.
Possibly. Oh, so much relation. Okay, question number 5. What is the name of the space colony in which Super Metroid begins?
Literally, it just says space colony on the screen when her ship's going into it.
But it has a name.
There's letters and numbers, so I just don't remember the sequence.
Violet parrots.
Don't know who that is.
You gonna get
Blueberry
you gonna
Kudos, Science Town.
I want to give you
Science Town, the space colony.
right. Violet parrots. Did you have a legit?
No, you would not recognize
Tucson.
me.
Tucson.
Onette.
I'm going to give you both a point. 'cause
Yes!
What is the answer?
The answer
Freed.
is series.
Oh my god, I knew that! Motherfucker!
Oh, I thought it was like one of those like
No, it's
Mother
NX
Brain.
1884
It's
or
like-
something.
No,
like
Yeah.
it's hell
Oh,
of a
There's
series.
a bonus question that
Hell of a
might be.
I like bonuses.
You like penises.
He speaks for the team.
This might be a little challenging, but let's get to this question. Alright. What non-Metroid Nintendo game briefly depicts the fight between Samus and Ridley during the abduction of the baby Metroid from series?
Goodness.
Non-Metroid Nintendo game briefly depicts this scene.
Blueberry
What is the
Kudos,
name of
Super Smash Bros.
this?
Oh.
Yes, that is correct. Melee.
You're on the
You're on
team.
the
You
same
count.
team.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like.
That is correct. Good job.
That's teamwork! That was a good high five.
I was thinking of a game that came out before Metroid. I was like, wait, what? The way it
Like-
was, it was phrased
They're
weird. It was
Like
alluding
they
to,
weird
like,
phrasing.
they forecast the fight and then Metroid went back and stole
yeah,
it for their game.
I was like, was it in Mother or
What
something?
I'm hearing from Rob right now is a lot of excuses.
You feel the sting?
Yeah.
That's how you know.
I
it's
felt a
outside.
sting and I wasn't. Okay,
You don't
so
feel
that's
the
the end of
sting?
round 1.
All right.
So the Blue Barracudas are in the lead
As it
for
should.
now.
More like blueberry kudas.
Whoa!
Blueberry.
More like purple
You bunch of
peccaries.
jerks. More like purple pansies.
I said purple pecker eaters.
Purple pear.
What'd you call me?
Cactus.
We're a lovely flower, and there's nothing wrong with it. Flower is great. Not quite so good as the bird of paradise, though.
The magic card?
What comes next?
What comes next is the pitch. Today, because we have a special guest and we were informed that his favorite game is Super Metroid, and my favorite game also happens to be Super Metroid, we figured we're going to do a lot of Metroid-themed stuff today. The pitch this week is going to be about the Metroid series.
It's
Here's-
actually not Rob's favorite game.
No, Super Metroid is my favorite game.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
See?
Oh.
True. That's the point.
I thought it was Joe's.
They have to get a point for trivia.
Jones in the Fast Lane is an awesome game that you don't give enough credit to, but
right.
we'll have to talk about that another day.
What's this called?
I'm sure.
Jones in the Fast Lane. It was a Sierra game that came out in
Okay.
the 90s.
You play like a board game.
Here
in this
we
game,
go. Here we go.
And your piece is a marble. Does that make sense to you?
Your piece.
Sounds like
Your
Marble
piece,
Madness
like that
to
you move
me.
around the board.
Marble's a horrible piece. It's going to
I
roll
know.
around.
That's
Roll
what I
right off the
said.
board.
It's
It
gonna
was
roll
a
around.
computer game in the 90s. It
I
didn't
know
have to
you-
be like logical. Like you
Describe
also
the
were
board
like a
game.
person.
But it didn't have to be illogical either.
Oh my God.
Like, okay, we already had this discussion.
Yes, we had this discussion.
In the
So-
90s, I played a game where I was a bear in a suit who collected letters. Anything's possible.
That's
Thank you.
adorable, though.
Thank you.
His name was Sticky for some reason.
That's
Was this a game?
Because
that
he had
you-
some sticky fingers.
He was
with
Sticky
this
Bear,
AO.
and I don't know why.
This was a game he played in the closet. It wasn't on a computer or a system. It's
on his computer.
like, everybody leave him alone. He had dinner and now Aaron's going into the closet to play Sticky Bear.
computer, spelled with a U.
Honey, are you
computer
playing
or
Sticky Bear
come
right
dumpster?
now?
Yes, leave me alone! What's it? A dumpster?
I'm so sorry for that. But, okay, Chris, you were saying.
No, that's all right. So for those, just to remind everybody, the pitch is where we take an idea, a character, a series, and our podcast is losing their minds right now. Come on. What is it?
Aaron brought up pictures of
Oh,
Sticky
you brought up
Bear.
pictures of Sticky Bear. Oh my god.
That is Sticky Bear.
I'm
horrible.
horrified.
Oh my God!
was
I want to
the
cosplay that.
And nobody will know. That'd be the most
gain a lot of
obscure.
weight.
That'd be the most obscure cosplay. ever.
Aaron would recognize you if you went to
Yeah.
Woof! I'm a bear.
It's Sticky Bear. Here's your autograph.
Oh my God! It's Sticky Bear.
Waving in his hands.
There
and
is
shit.
barely any difference between happy and sad with
Barely.
Sticky Bear.
Barely.
Well, is there really a sad day when you're Sticky Bear? I mean, that's
Apparently.
good.
No, absolutely not. I bet
Alright.
Aaron would help you put together your cosplay costume.
Awesome.
He'd
It's
make
not
it
sticky
sticky
until
for you.
you've used it a couple times.
That's true.
Go around yiffing
So,
whatever.
was this the pitch about a new Sticky Bear game?
Yes.
Or is this, okay.
Sticky
If it
Bear
wasn't, it should be
rocks
now.
the universe.
How to make Sticky Bear relevant in 2015?
Sticky Bear of the
How do
Dead.
we do so? It's got to be a children's game.
Five Nights at Freddy's, starring Sticky Bear. He's the last master.
I'd be horrified if I saw him. If he shows up on screen, I'm noping the fuck out of that room.
So he puts you in the suit,
Oh, now who wants to jump out the window?
and it's sticky.
If it's
and
Sticky
you're
Bear,
like,
me!
What the? Why is it so fucking sticky in here?
Because it's sticky. There.
Nightmare.
Last
Right
Master.
there.
Nightmare.
Next.
And then
Segment.
And then Sticky Bear's on Soul Calibur. Next Soul Calibur.
There you go. Drawn by Todd McFarlane. This is probably going to be pretty quick because I think it's going to be an easy pitch. But
Right.
for those that don't remember, the pitch is where we take an idea, a character, or a series and discuss how we can make it relevant in 2015. Today's topic is going to be Metroid. But specifically like Metroid, not Metroid Prime, not Metroid Other M, but Metroid. It's Metroid 5 more or less because Metroid 3 was Super Metroid, Metroid 4 is Fusion. So Metroid 5, what does it take to be successful? And also, what would you want? And would that be successful? Because I'll start real quick. I mean, if you're going to ask me, I really want 2D, side-scrolling Metroid. I
2D.
basically want... Every time. You can't say 2D without these guys. 2D.
Tootie.
Rom falls in that camp too.
He said Tootie.
I personally would want a 2D side-scrolling Metroid game. They define the genre. That's what I want.
I think that's
right?
the first question you have to ask if you're going to remake a Metroid.
Not remake. Metroid 5.
Or I guess make a new iteration if you have to have it 3D or
I don't want 3D.
2D in the Blowfish.
I want 2-dimensional. I want hand-drawn graphics.
Okay.
If they're gonna, no, I don't even want 3D at all. I want 2-dimensional. That's what I want.
You're not even 2.5D. Just
No, fuck no. I want no polygons. Personally, I want pixels. I want hand-drawn animation. That's
So
what
you
I
want Axiom Verge?
No, I don't mind Axiom Verge. I'm playing it. It's a great game and all, but
What's-
I'm talking about.
How do you do it not making it Axiom Verge?
You can make
in
a
2015
because you can make a 2D game
so careful now.
that isn't retro looking. You know, take the BlazBlue series, Guilty Gear. Take
Sure. So straight hand drawn, like
hand drawn is what I'm saying. But you can have pixels, or you can have pixels too, because you can have a game that has pixels and still is beautiful.
Sure.
Visually.
Street Fighter, Third Strike.
Street Fighter 3 Third Strike is a great example. Just high frame count animation. That's what I'd want. I'd want hand drawn 2D art personally.
Okay.
What would you want? You want to say something, Rob? You're
Probably the same.
Well, I mean, I know you want a 2D Metroid game, but I want a Blair Metroid game. That's what I really want. Or maybe a Natalie. Anyone?
I get it.
Finally, Irene gets it. All right, anyway.
Family Ties. It only works if you call out.
Better and better.
Right. Anyway. The facts of
Facts
life.
of-
Jesus,
oh shit,
people!
I totally confused.
Jesus.
It was start with an F. You're
You
right.
take
It's facts
you
of
take
life.
the 2D, you take the Blair, you leave them both behind, and there you have
No.
the
Facts
Facts
of
Alive.
There you
The
go.
Facts Alive.
You're right.
And the next 2D Metroid game would be set when they all go to Australia, and then there's a big climactic scene in the opera house.
It's starring
Oh,
2D from the.
Fuck.
Yeah. All
All
right.
right, look. Okay, no, seriously. Well, I would have just my haha joke answer would be give it to an indie developer and let them call it Axiom Verge because that's kind of what just happened recently. I mean, yes, Axiom Verge has elements that set it apart from Metroid. You know, especially the deeper you start to play into it, you start to see there's new mechanics in the game that are really different. Like the hacking really kind of changes the traditional Metroid mechanics. So I like that somebody did that, and so it even kind of makes me go, could Nintendo even really push it forward in this new way? I am of the mindset that Other M was not as bad as everybody makes it out to be.
Okay.
I think Other M was fine. The 2D and 3D switching was a little odd, but that was characteristic of a lot of Wii games at the time. The Paper Mario game that was out on Wii did that as well.
Right. I love Paper Mario though.
I would like to see the 2D game rendered in 3D. And what I mean by that is look at something like New Super Mario Brothers. You know, that's basically a rendered 3D game, but it's in a 2D space.
Sure.
And especially you look at a game like, I know Mario 3D World is really kind of 3D, but it's a gorgeous game. Like one of the most gorgeous games is available on Wii U, and I'd love to see something like that for Metroid.
Did you play the new Strider?
Yes, I did, actually. That was a lot of fun.
So you're looking for it to be hand drawn and looking kind of like that.
I would. That's
Doesn't
my
have to be hand drawn.
2.5D, right?
Yeah,
no.
2.5.
Well, 2.5D to me it invokes like camera angle changes or whatever. Like we're talking like
Oh, I just
Strider.
thought it was the background was.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. To me, I'm thinking like isometric, but I guess you could say 2.5D is
Right.
2D gameplay on a 3D like graphic style.
Yeah, on a 3D plane kind of.
Because Strider was
The
totally a
new cave
Metroid
story.
style game, but all done in 3D graphics. You know, modern 3D graphics.
Yeah.
So Strider was pretty good actually.
Yeah, I didn't even think of it until you mentioned it just now, but yeah, it was a pretty good.
So is this like how Cave Story did, when you can switch between old Cave Story and new Cave Story? Is that kind of what the bump you're looking for? Is 2D and then kind of like more hand drawn?
Well, that's like the Goonies 2. You're
Yeah.
talking about there. That was one of the earliest Metroidvania games there was.
Goonies 2.
Goonies 2.
Goonies 2 is great. Cyndi Lauper. I actually really like Goonies 2.
That 8-bit Cyndi Lauper's theme.
Yeah.
That's like one of the all-time greatest NES songs.
It
I'm not even
absolutely
playing.
is.
That song's amazing.
It totally is. I love that song.
I don't know.
I don't want to step all over
You got your shoes on.
I know, that's why I didn't want to.
What the fuck is going on here?
So,
Do you think it would play any differently though if they made it when they look like that? Like Mario doesn't play the same as Mario used to. I mean, it's still a platformer like that, but the controls differently. It's almost slippery and stuff like that. If you make it in like an upgrade like the new Mario,
there's
do
definitely
you think
a
it'll
difference.
control?
Yeah.
differently,
And they can
like-
they can make it control the same. I mean, it's not out of the out of the question for them to make it play just like
Right.
it did in on Super Nintendo. But there is definitely an inherent feel difference between like a 3D platformer and a 2D platformer, even if that 3D platformer is on a 2D plane. I mean, take Mario 3D, well, not Mario 3D World, but New Super Mario Bros. Wii to Mario World, and they are the physics feel a little different. They're a little floatier in 3D.
To me, that's most of Metroid, though. She feels like you're playing Joust.
Metroid
like,
is
she doesn't stop on a
fuck.
She doesn't stop on a dime.
She stops on a fucking dime.
It's a maybe on a Susan Banthony.
I'm okay with
Not
that,
on a
though.
dime.
Again, I think the New Super Mario Bros. Wii is a great entry in the series. Yeah, it controls a little differently, but it's not make or break.
Oh, I'm not saying it's in a negative way. I'm just saying when you have a 3D game, I think most commonly it does feel a little different. Not in a necessarily negative way, but it does feel distinct.
I'm just saying, like when they upgrade the Donkey Kong game from say Super NES to Wii U, the dude feels like you're just controlling him on ice now.
Yeah, it controls way different. But they switched developers, and like arguably you'd still have the same team working on the Metroid games. I mean, those people still exist. Intelligent Systems is still around, and R&D 1 is still around. Gunpei Yokoi is not around, but Shigeru Miyamoto and Yoshio Sakamoto are. Like,
R&D 1 and 2 are still going?
R&D 1 is still there.
1 is still there?
Yeah.
Do you need the new Metroid to innovate? Or are you just happy with missiles and...
They can add elements, like, for instance, did you play Zero Mission, or did you play Fusion?
Yeah. Zero Mission's great.
It's fantastic. Like, the only thing, I have one complaint, but they added the ledge grabbing and, like, the shooting from the ledges. I thought that was great.
Okay.
Metroid Zero Mission kind of holds your hand a little too much, I feel. Like, every time there's a new destination, it literally, like, shows you how to get, where to go. That, I mean, I understand what they're going for. It wasn't, again, make or break, but it was... one of the main draws of Metroid is exploration, right?
Right?
I mean, you find the way you're supposed to go because of level design. Because the game, without feeling like a funnel, kind of funnels you where you're supposed to go because you don't have the abilities to get anywhere else but the way you're supposed to go.
Level design is huge, though. Like a Castlevania, like they call, I guess, the Metroidvania thing. If you reach a spot that you can't hit yet, that's vital to. If I just went through a linear Metroid, I would be so disappointed.
But you remember, the thing is with the level design, they're going to put you in front of ledges that you cannot get. They're going to put you in front of doors that you cannot get past, and that is going to stay out in your mind when you get that ability, and you're going to say, "Oh shit." Now I can go back and get up to that wall. Now I can bust that door down.
Right.
And that's the mark of the success of the Metroid games, because they allow you to be, they allow you to explore and then get rewarded for that exploration.
So I would say level design probably a little more important than aesthetic for me. Like it could look just like Metroid,
sure,
Super Metroid. I wouldn't care as long as it was
yeah,
well designed.
I think one other thing I want to say about this whole pitch idea is that the other thing I would love to see is I would love to see a game where Samus and Alucard team up in the ultimate game, just called Metroidvania.
There you go. Perfect.
There it is. Just give me that game.
The only thing you need in that one, suit switching. Like she needs the Zero suit. You got to be able to unlock skins by like doing a speed run or something.
Maybe sometimes you have to be able to like jump high, so you need her. But sometimes you need to be able to, I don't know,
turn into fog and
turn into fog. So you need him. There you go.
Only a wolf is fast enough.
Would you do that like the Castlevania on PlayStation 3 where you like you? Oh no, that was the 4-player. Which is the one that goes between Jonathan and
that's Portrait of Ruin
and Jonathan.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking, actually, because you can constantly have the other character running behind. You press a button to swap to the other one. Did you play Portrait of Ruin at all on DS?
It's been a long time, but yeah,
they just swap back and forth. Yeah, that'd be great.
Would you do it that way? Just have them follow and then just switch when you need the other one,
or 2-player simultaneous?
All of it.
Yeah,
whatever you want.
If there was
whatever you want,
if you can imagine it, it's a part of it.
Like Bloodlines, where you just choose a character and you've got the game to go through, and Samus can jump this thing sooner, but.
No, I want them both. You have to have them both in there at the same time to switch. You're talking about like the
you
Eric
pick one and then you have to beat the game now.
Jonathan Morris, Eric Lecard thing.
Would you give Samus stats like Alucard had?
I like
level up by shooting enough stupid.
I love the stats. Incorporate the stats into a Metroid.
I think the stats are one of my. I like that a lot. That's one thing I think that Castlevania Symphony of the Night is better than.
I think that's
Super
what
Metroid.
Distinguishes why it's a Metroidvania, because it'll have stats, which is something.
It's not really the fact that one's in space and one's in an ancient castle.
But the
stats.
gameplay style is different. Shut the fuck up.
Wow.
Could be a sucker.
You think?
That's no way to treat the guest.
That's true. This is player 5 that you just talking to.
Shoots
plasma
and
missiles
missiles and
taking
shit.
over for me on the show, so now you're totally a host and I'm the guest. Wow, it just got so
What
serious.
weird logic is that?
We just talked about what we want to
just
see.
got the
Now
show.
I want to hear about
Sorry
what
about it.
what would be successful though. Like, would a 2D, would a side-scrolling Metroid be successful? And if not, what would be?
I think you could put Metroid on a game, and no matter like how it turned out, it could turn out disastrously, and they'd still get several million sales.
What's the best case scenario though? Like, what?
Like, how do you make it the next?
I'm talking about
masterpiece?
if we were the people green lighting this and saying I'm gonna give $25 million to this production team to make this game,
Sure.
but I need to make sure I get a return on my investment. A 2D side-scrolling game is not going to give me $25 million. A fucking first-person shooter with John Madden on the cover might. But like, what would sell copies is what I'm saying.
George Foreman's Metroid 5.
There you go, George Foreman, low fat.
John Madden. Okay, we're on CBs, Zabs.
You don't think that a 2D Metroid
I'm not saying it wouldn't. I'm saying like what would
I don't think it would
sell?
cost $25 million to
I
make
don't.
a 2D.
I think you could give me 25
Again,
million
look,
and I'll
look at
pocket
Axiom
24
Verge.
million
One
of it.
dude did that.
Yeah,
One.
That's true.
Right.
Which one?
Right.
Axiom Verge.
yeah.
If single person made it.
Right.
Well, you didn't have a team at all making
No.
doing music.
No.
He made
He did
all
it.
music,
He
all
did-
programming,
he did
all-
everything.
He did everything.
Took
So-
him 3 or 4 years, but he did it.
Sure.
You don't care if they're updating the game to bring it to a 2015 status. You're just asking what would sell. Because
I'm not that I don't care. It's what I'm asking. I'm asking that question. What should they do?
I think
What would
people
sell?
should, like, if you're like not developers, but I guess investors, you should expect the market to buy a 2D platform.
Now, what platform would this game be on? 3DS.
Wii U Digital.
You're saying it has to be digital only?
On the Game Boy Color.
Like, why wouldn't it be a full retail release? Digital's cheaper for the developer, for the publisher.
Yeah,
But
I don't know. I
have a
see. This is
feeling-
a first
I have
party.
a feeling in reality, if we get this game, it's going to be on the 3DS. I kind of think that's where it's
Interesting.
headed. But
It won't see the console, the Wii U release.
I
I
don't
just
see it
have a
being a
weird
Wii
feeling
release.
that that's what Nintendo would do with it, is they push it on the 3DS because they'd be like, it's a little more of a classic experience, and it doesn't really incorporate the gamepad into it. And the Wii U is all about that gamepad experience.
You have a
You know,
Wii U
I don't.
experience.
Yeah, especially if they're making it 2-dimensional, it's more of a 3DS experience, I guess.
Can we talk about that
But-
real quick? If it's a first person, do you think they would put it on the Wii U?
Yeah,
It would get a sale.
I'm not going to put first-person shooters on the 3DS. There isn't one.
No, but I mean, if they made it a
Prime
like-
Hunters.
Prime Hunter's on a DS.
No, but if they make
No.
if they make a side scroller, you don't think we don't think it'll hit console. Like, it won't have a disc and a console.
When's the last
release?
time a 2-dimensional side-scrolling game was released on a Nintendo console?
Super Mario Brothers
Rayman Legends.
Wii U?
Nope, that's 3D.
Rayman?
But technically 3D.
We're talking about first party.
That's 2.5D. The Mario side scroller
You're
on
the
Wii U.
gameplay. We're talking about. I'm sorry. God damn, there's a.
The fly is attacking you because you're wrong. It hates you.
I'm talking about. Well, I guess that depends on if we're saying if it's 3D or not.
Well, I mean, just not the
To
world,
be
but like
fair, the new Yoshi game, I think, is
it's 3D. It's 3D.
side, isn't it side scroll?
It's side scrolling. I'm sorry. 3D graphics. Is
not
what
like
I'm talking
Banjo
about.
Kazooie. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah.
When I
mean,
say 3D and 2D, I'm sorry. I'm talking about
3D world for Metroid, but
Sprites.
two-dimensional
Oh.
side scroller, like that's the platform.
Yeah.
And then the world is 3D, sure.
They
But
could
do you
make
think
a
they would release a platform Metroid? Do you think it would find
if it was sprite-based 2D, I think it would go 3DS. If it was polygonal 2D, like new Super Mario Bros. U, then they could put it on the Wii U. That's what I'm saying. It depends if it's sprite-based or if it's 3D. I don't think they'll put a sprite-based game on the Wii U. I don't think they'd do that just because I just don't think they'd do that.
I
That's
don't
more
think
of a-
they'd release it sprite-based, though.
If
Honestly,
they-
in 2015, I don't think they would
Right.
release it
No, I
sprite-based.
don't think they
If
would
they
either.
did, it would be in the download shop. It would be like
Right.
$20.
And I think that sucks.
It does
Yeah.
suck. It should see a $60
Yeah.
release because it's the next.
Should be a
What is the
$40
last time they
release.
released a Metroid, like a main title Metroid that wasn't?
Metroid Fusion. It
When was
Metroid
that?
4, and that was on Game Boy Advance in like 2003 or 4.
Oh, really?
2003, I think. Yeah, 12 years. I mean,
And the Prime series was. what
so
was
you
that,
think?
69 or
Long
something?
story short, you think they could make a side-scrolling Metroid game, or do you think they have to make it like another Prime to be successful?
Well, it'd need to be polygonal, like you're saying. It
Okay. Can't be hand drawn.
well, it'd be an adventure. Like I think
I don't think
it would be a risk. They
They
would take a chance on it
Okay, so it's
because they released Blaze Blue and stuff like that. But I don't
not
think they
Nintendo.
would. No, but I mean,
I'd buy it.
Would Nintendo even make it? That's another question.
Probably
Or they give it
not.
to like retro.
Go to the Siphon Filter team.
They give it to the Siphon Filter team.
or do
Yeah.
like Rob says and hand it off to somebody and call it Axiom Verge. Like,
Okay,
I don't know.
that's good.
I don't know. I don't think that the market's still too stupid. I think to do something.
It's got to be a first-person shooter. It's got to have the year in it, so it's got to be like it's got to have 2015 at the end of it. Because
Metroid 15.
Yeah, Metroid 2015.
Sound like a baseball game.
Yeah, Black Ops 3. I don't know. So I don't know.
They got zombie mode.
Zombie mode. Yeah,
I don't.
it's got to have multiplayer.
Personal vote. I don't think they would do it. Just no matter what they did to it. Like if they made it the next installment of Prime, maybe like Prime 4 or whatever. People they would put it on the console and sell it out like that. But I don't think that would sell.
I don't think.
I just think that's what they would release.
I think a side-scrolling one would sell better than a first-person shooter.
I would hope so.
I agree.
Would be faster to buy that.
But it'd have to be. It'd have to be polygonal, like Strider. It'd have to be Strider.
Right.
Metroid.
I think that would sell better. I think they wouldn't release that. I think they would try to release a shooter or something else that's more indicative of the times.
Well, that's all the time we have for the pitch.
I have one quick Metroid question.
Quick Metroid question.
Do you think it is unethical or perhaps inhumane
Yes.
the way you kill Metroids by freezing them and then shattering them with missiles?
I don't think so.
Or is it just awesome?
It's just
It's
awesome.
awesome.
Because you get flash frozen
That's
and then
not
exploded. You're not going to feel anything
Did
it's not like
Simon
unless you
did
don't shoot
Simon
with enough
Phoenix
missiles and it comes back.
feel pain when he got decapitated at the end of Demolition Man? Aaron,
Doubt it.
I don't think he did.
Spoilers.
Don't think he did. I think we got statute of
Do you
limitations
think
on that one.
PETA should start freezing the animals that they euthanize every year and then just breaking them?
I mean, that costs money.
Yeah,
no, but see, those animals aren't trying to suck on their faces.
they suck your entire upper body.
Yeah,
They're sucking the wrong half.
that's true.
Do you need to be humane when
I guess.
dispatching?
I guess not.
I have one last thing
Did
to say.
Han Solo feel anything when he descended into the flash freeze
He did.
pit, the carbonite? Did he?
Yeah.
Regrets.
Regret.
Onset blindness.
He says, "I know," like a badass, and then felt pain for however long he was. Yeah, I don't know.
I should have switched to Geico.
There's your next Geico commercial.
Right.
I want to say one last thing.
Voice over, I know.
I really think that they should do the zero mission treatment with Metroid 2.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I love Metroid 2, and it's never seen the light
And
of
hardly
day.
anyone's played it.
I love Metroid 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the zero mission treatment to that game would be fantastic.
Cool.
Yeah.
Or just playing.
It's a suggestion. Nintendo,
No, if they were gonna do that, they would have done that.
Get the
years
fuck
ago.
on it, yeah, so-
They're never doing that.
that sucks.
There was a fan made one,
Okay.
but anyway, it's good.
Is it an import or is it like
No, it's
domestic?
fan made like you download on the internet.
Okay.
I think Garrett showed it to me.
Okay.
That brings us to our next segment.
Which is trivia. Metroidvia around the
Oh, round the Ridley.
Ridley.
Yeah.
Not the round
Round
the
two.
chorizo.
Chorizo. That's the Mexican.
Relic
From
version
Guacamole.
chorizo.
Oh
the
yeah,
guacamole?
totally.
That
Is
shit was
guacamole.
Brilliant.
See, why don't they make that's fucking sprite based?
That was a great game too.
Yeah.
Did you play that?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Guacamole
man.
is great.
Yeah.
So many like in jokes.
Mainly Metroid, I think.
Like
Like
Metroid.
a
Well,
lot of
there's
Metroid.
one city you go through and it's nothing but memes hanging up on the wall.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fantastic.
That's a good game.
With the owl with the sombrero, it says, "Oh really?" or something. It's really funny.
All right.
So
round
what's up for
Ridley.
Round the Ridley?
So these ones are a little bit harder, I think. Maybe they're not. The first one actually isn't that hard. But... Okay, so round Ridley. Question number 1. How many energy tanks can you find in Super Metroid?
Parrots.
Ew.
16.
Incorrect.
It's not more than the max, right?
No, just reserve. There's reserve tanks. There's 4 reserve tanks, and there's like I'm gonna say you can find. I'm gonna say 15.
No.
Okay.
You're close. It's 14.
Oh, 7 and 7. I was 8 and 8.
Bums.
What?
I said 15 because I thought it was 18 total, but you start with 3. That's why I said 15.
That's true.
Don't you start with just 99 health and you hope to find it?
99
When you find a
health.
tank, you like literally double your
Tank
health.
game.
I mixed. Yeah, totally right. You don't start with shit. You start with 99.
That's true.
That's the wrong game.
Let's look at the trivia.
It's just
Is
relaxing.
that how you win?
It is. Every week he does this. All just like, this chaise lounge couch. What is number fucking 3? All right.
Alright. Question,
Oh, okay.
Okay. What's the guy going on?
Alright, question number 2. Meridia is the only area in Super Metroid where you can find creatures that are weaker versions of Metroids.
Chris, Blue Barracudas.
Chris or Blue Barracudas.
Is the question, what are they called?
Yes.
Mocktroids.
Yes, correct.
Now, Meridia, that's the Scottish lass that is in that Disney Pixar, correct? No.
You're not going to get a point for that, so stop
Not
trying.
bad. You're gonna get like
No,
negative.
you don't understand. This
Negative $1.
was a bad team for you. I don't get any points ever.
This is an excellent team.
This was a bad team.
You got the Smash Brothers.
Does that make me like a Metroid? Like,
Yes,
Question
you're
third.
sucking the points away.
out of from you. Whatever points you would have, I am leeching from us.
I'll tell you what, if we win, I'll bust into Pinot Noir for you. How's that sound?
Yay!
Yes.
But you're not gonna win. Okay,
Mid-sized
so there's
car.
a bonus question for that one.
I like that show.
Bonus
Me
question.
too, it's so good.
Let's talk about the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt for 2 seconds.
Yay.
Titus, the greatest character ever.
I know.
Good character.
I,
Yeah.
I wish it was
Best.
Iron Man suit.
He's not Iron Man.
It's not Iron Man, it's
What was
fake
it?
Iron Man.
Something stupid,
Tin
yeah.
Man.
No, it was a-
Metal Evil Friend or something.
yeah.
Okay, so bonus question. The Super Metroid Nintendo Player's Guide describes one of Meridia's creatures as the following. Invincible. It tries to slam into you. You can ride on it. What is the name of this creature? I will also accept a description for your bonus.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're talking about. You shoot them and they go ding, 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 like all over the place. They have shells. They go into their shell and you can't,
Clues.
well, you
They're
can't
only
ride them.
in
You can't ride
Meridia.
them. They're only-
Purple parrots.
Yes.
Farnicorns.
So close.
You know
Like a
what I'm talking about?
I
Genesis.
think so.
They are like hermit crab things,
Screw attack.
but you can't kill them at all. Like even if you do speed booster through them, they just bounce off of you and bounce.
Time's
Okay.
up.
Yeah, I'll give you 5 seconds, but let me clarify. It describes one of Meridia's creatures. So just singular
Oh.
as the following.
Clue time.
Yeah. So,
Fourth of Blue Barracuda.
Oh,
Blue Barracuda.
well, is it that thing that destroys the walls for you after you kill the mini boss? Because you can't kill that
can you
thing either.
describe what it looks like?
Yeah, it's
I think
thing
you
in the middle
already
and it's
described
red
what
with
it
a ball and
looks
it spins.
This is fine. I'll take it. It's the turtle.
What?
No, that was
Can't take that as an answer. He said it was
can
the
do
thing with the thing.
I mean,
yeah, that's right.
The
That's
fuck
right.
I want.
I don't-
So,
Hold on.
This is
I don't know what
rigged.
it's called. I can show you a picture.
This is
But yeah, I don't know.
it's
That
called a Tatori.
That
on.
literally, he answered that. The thing with the things. I mean, I didn't know either, so I'm not blaming
No,
No,
it's-
he
him.
wasn't
Why
paying
did you-
attention because he didn't say the thing with the thing.
I said it was it has arms and it I'll show you.
So it
it's
came-
after it's the thing that comes after you kill the
Now we're
mini
playing
boss.
win, lose, or draw on your podcast.
After you kill the
You're gonna
Uh,
cry around.
We have been playing with this.
oh wait. Nope, that wasn't what I was describing.
Oh,
And I
point
know-
rescinded.
I know what this is now. I know exactly what you're
Rescind.
talking about because you can write it up.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No, that wasn't what I was talking about.
Oh. Point.
Yeah.
Give us the points
Damn.
back for being honest.
He's an honest man.
No.
You
We're
guys
not
are
gonna win
winning.
anyway.
You don't
Yeah.
really need
We
extra
want them.
You don't need extra points.
Okay.
Swear.
So question number 3.
I thought that was 3.
That's 3.
That was 2 with bonus.
We're drowning in
Oh,
a shallow
shit.
pond of 1 point.
All right.
We had 2 points.
So
Do we?
Half point.
you have 2 points.
Oh,
I
shit,
gave
yes.
you guys a point.
Yes.
And we both got points.
Fuck yeah.
Nailed it.
So the next question, just say it, baby.
Excluding the power beam that Samus starts out with, give me 3 of the 6 different beams that she can acquire.
Parrots,
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 parrots.
parrots, parrots.
Okay.
Oil.
Okay.
The wave beam,
Okay.
the ice beam,
Okay.
and the charge beam.
Good. You get the points.
Yes.
Finally. Ew.
Also,
So
can I get a
gross.
bonus point for the long?
Can I get a bonus?
Here's
A
where you can
bonus
get a bonus point
Yes.
because you guys get this. Name the other 3.
Okay, then there's the long beam, because you go from the short range to the long range.
Do you guys have
Oh my.
the other 3? Because what? No.
Long Beam's not in Super Metroid.
Oh hell, it wasn't?
One of them was like the spazer.
Mm-hmm. And Plasma.
Mm-hmm. There's
And
one more.
She's Spazer?
Yeah, it was the
Technically.
split laser or whatever. It's the
Grapple.
Oh, good.
Grapple Beam.
Mm.
There's Phaser, there's Plasma, Ice,
Second
Wave, Charge, and the normal one?
No.
Other than
I think
It's
that
kind of
is
a
what it
tricky
is.
question.
You're talking about the
Is it
final
the
beam you get
hyper?
after you kill Mother Brain?
Hyper beam. Yeah.
Hyper beam,
Okay,
yeah.
you get
Piper beam.
Piper beam.
the hyper beam.
It just shoots you. Like,
It's me.
oh my god.
no.
I'm
You just
picturing
fired the Piper beam on that chair.
I did.
the Piper beam.
Just a horizontal me missile.
See, do you remember that mini boss in
I
Meridian?
do. Yeah.
After you fight that, you're in this room that you can't get out of, but this guy comes and he does like where he's going over himself, like the.
Oh, I know what you're
It's-
talking about.
it's me,
yeah.
it's the rotating
It has the two
Piper beam.
long
Like a
arms
slinky,
and
yeah.
yeah. So the body stays where it is, but the legs.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
He breaks down the wall so you can leave.
That's
Yeah.
fucking silly.
That wasn't in Meridian.
That is in Meridian.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the Meridian sub boss.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
I shouldn't be touching it. Okay.
Disgrace to your
Stupid.
Okay.
Irene's
question-
favorite thing on earth.
Stupid.
Stupid.
Oh wait, here it is.
Question number.
God.
Yeah, that.
That's what I was
thing.
thinking
It's
of.
the sand
Because you can't
over
kill
there.
that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That thing.
You remember
Right.
Shrinky Dink? Come on, dummy.
For the record, I was away.
All right. Question number 4. What size was the cartridge that Super Metroid was distributed?
Blue Barracudas. Chris
Yes.
Barracudas.
I'll accept it. Yes.
The way you enter is my favorite.
I'm sorry,
Just
I
Chris
hate it.
Barracudas.
24 megabit.
Nice.
Damn.
Correct.
Blue waters.
If you had said megabyte, would have been wrong.
Bit.
Right.
Let's say
That was the
times
largest,
much.
that was
Right.
the largest card ever.
Shit.
Good job. All right.
And most of that was that voiceover in the beginning.
Yeah. That was like.
That was 8 of it right there.
Was it Mother Brain?
Yes.
Welcome to Super Metroid.
Last Metroid is in captivity.
Listen here, darlings.
Alas, the universe will peace.
I ain't even lying.
All right.
Such a frantic voice.
mega captivity.
Who
It's to
fucking
Megatroid.
wants to make a trophy? We gotta stop playing this game of kiss.
I'm trying if it's
That's wonderful. Okay. Last
They should have made a Captain N video game.
No, fuck yeah. They should make a Captain N video.
Captain N in Smash Brothers.
I pitched to you next week.
Oh,
Captain
go
N
on
the
the
video
vote,
game.
go on the vote
2015.
thing. Tell all your millions of listeners to go
Millions.
vote for Captain N on the
Ben, vote for Captain N.
Smash Brothers right now.
It would not be super impressive, but his final Smash Ball thing could his Smash Ball thing could just be hitting the pause button and cheating like he liked to do sometimes.
There you
Oh
go.
damn.
He's like, now I'm just gonna fuck you up.
They should make alternate costumes into the Captain and people. So like, they would do the Mega Man alternate costume.
That'd be great.
That would be wonderful.
See, and I voted for
Turn Captain
RuPaul.
Falcon into Simon Belmont.
That's a good suggestion.
Rupel?
Yeah, I voted
Rob
for
could look like Game Boy.
I wanted Shovel Knight. That was my.
All right, last question for round Ridley.
Ben and Kristen, vote for
Right.
Captain N. Please.
So this might sound weird when I'm saying it, but it makes sense in my mind. And I'll
Aw,
paraphrase
honey,
this.
everything you say sounds weird.
In my head.
Okay. One item in Super Metroid doesn't make an appearance in any other 2D Metroid game.
2D.
Blue Barracudas.
Say, baby.
Grapple Beam.
Yes, correct.
Come on.
Come on.
I'm surprised.
Like, I didn't know that piece.
I thought that thing was hecka cool.
Yeah.
It
But I
totally
didn't-
was hecka cool.
Yeah, I remember that because, yeah, well, that was one of the new things about that and the X-ray vision were the things that they added.
Rob and I are suffering at the end of round 2 because we don't even.
I like that you took your hat off because his hair has to
It has to whip, or else it's not the same.
flip
You gotta
forward.
whip your hair back and forth.
I have to whip my hair front and back like the
Okay.
Belmont, like a whip.
Oh, I see.
So this next segment here, that got a little discombobulated.
Yo.
It's the game on tap after such a piss-poor round of trivia for the parrots.
All your fault.
So much alliteration, the piss-poor purple parrots. It was mostly my fault.
It's alright. I forgive you.
Yeah. You need to buzz in more coherently. We could have all the
I need
points.
time to think.
Right.
And I'm not getting any. So
That's not how it works.
Just
Well-
buzz super quick and then open
Then
your
I have
mouth
time
as
to
if
think
to
about
speak and be like, and use that time to.
I'd like to use my phone a friend.
I'm calling Drew Carey.
It's a current joke.
Anyways, game on tap. Are we doing mine first or yours first? We should do mine first because it's more obscure.
Sure.
And then we'll
Probably be
yeah,
shorter.
it'll be stronger.
Yeah.
It'll be shorter. Yeah, just use a stronger one at the end. Everybody's played the second one. Fuck. Mine is a little gem, a 1995 gem for the PC. Is a point-and-click adventure called Discworld, and I thought it would be timely to talk about it because we've lost Sir Terry Pratchett, which is sad for the literary community.
Who's Terry Pratchett?
He wrote the Discworld series,
Okay.
and he co-wrote stuff with it was like Good Omens, I think, with was that Gaiman
Neil Gaiman.
that he wrote that with,
Yeah.
and some other books. But he was a quirky British writer. Discworld was mainly about. It was one cohesive. Did you read any of that?
No, it's Nathan's favorite series then.
So
Okay.
this is based off a book series?
Half of a book series,
Okay.
yeah. Fantasy book series set in some cockamamie world where the Earth is contained inside of a glass shell on the back of 4 elephants on the back of a floating turtle in space.
That makes sense because it's called Discworld. So.
Sure.
Okay.
And that Earth is flat. But there's all this weird stuff, like there's a librarian that's an orangutan. It was crazy. So I'm sure they pull a lot of literature. I've only read the first maybe book, which I think was A Color of Magic.
It was a coloring book?
I colored in it. I mean,
Any book's a coloring book if you color in it.
right.
True.
I mean, I crossed through a bunch of the words I didn't like in red, and then I highlit the other ones in purple because of the parrots.
Nice.
No, it was a point-and-click adventure. It was very pretty for its time. 1995.
PC only.
Pixely. Yeah, PC. Well, no. It had a release on the PlayStation 1.
Did it?
Or was it PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2? I'm not
Should
sure.
have been 2. It was 1.
It was 1. It must have been. It was one of those big fat boxes, like the fat black
I remember
boxes.
that.
Yeah.
I remember the cover to that actually. It's blue, right? And the letters are like gold.
Kind of. I think the
Yeah.
letters are gold, but yeah, it's like the turtles in space, and then they're all riding the luggage with all the million like centipede feet, but they're human feet. Anyways,
Why should we
Yeah,
play
that's
this?
true.
Why should we play this game?
you play that game because if you like anything like Grim Fandango or like the Monkey Island series, it was in that same vein, but a little earlier, just with more, the Monty Python, I suppose.
Yeah, it's blue with gold letters.
I guess it's blue. It's blue of space. I would have said black because of space, but it's blue space. If you like Monty Python at all, and if you like anything, Telltale or
So it's funny.
it's hilarious, yeah.
Okay.
It's voiced by Eric Idle from Monty Python fame.
Oh, the
He is-
PlayStation 1 cover is black.
He is Rincewind. There you go.
That's
Yeah.
The CDI one
Yeah.
and the PC one rather were blue.
You find out that magic doesn't quite work. It's a series of hand wriggles, and that wizards are all just lazy old dudes who like to stay in the university and eat mutton or whatever. There's a lot of kind of not in jokes, but kind of in jokes to the Monty Python pantheon, I guess, and the British humor of the time.
Kind of punny,
Discworld
kind of-
Noir.
There was Discworld Noir. They made that. I think it was PC only as well.
PS1. Just not in America.
Oh,
It was PAL.
yeah,
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And the art style changed. It wasn't pixelated anymore. Although I still think you had the trunk, the centipede trunk.
Kind of looks like Dragon's Lair. Like it's very animated looking. Like it looks like a cartoon.
They did the same thing with Blazing Dragons. If you can look at
Oh,
Blazing
yeah.
Dragons on there,
Blazing
that
Dragons
was
is
a Terry Pratchett game as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've
So
played
it's
this game.
similar to that in that it's a point and click. You run around, get like a toy gnome from something, and trade it for something else, and then go steal somebody's belt buckle from when they're in the latrine, and then they can't get out of it, so you can go do something because they're occupied. But it's a big runaround thing, and the world was great. The whole idea behind the game, I guess, was that a dragon was torturing the town, and it was your job to get rid of it. But you are the product of a bunch of lazy wizards, and
Is there-
you're inept, kind of. You can't do
Is
anything.
there combat or is it all just like point and click?
It's all point and click.
Okay.
There's kind of combat at the end, but it's not combat. It's point and click combat.
Okay. Is it voiceovers?
Yes.
Cool.
That one was voiced. If you had what was it, Audigy or Sound Blaster Pro or whatever like that, you could get sound back in the day. If you didn't, it was unvoiced. It was just
Oh.
text based. So, but Eric
Interesting.
Idle was the actual voice, and
Now,
then for PlayStation was voiced as well.
PlayStation 1 and PC the only way to play this game.
Yes.
Never had any other releases outside of that.
I eventually got the PlayStation version when I found out they had one, but I never played it. I've only played PC. But yeah, well, I fucking love it. And if you like point and clicks, that's a gem that you'll probably have a hell of a time trying to dig up.
So did you defeat the dragon by taking its belt buckle while it was in the latrine?
Nope. You have to steal because at least people summon the dragon, and you have to steal their shit. Yeah, something from them to try to like start a ritual. But then in the end, you end up doing it's like a magic broom that you shoot at it. It's like a rocket, but it misses. And
So Fantasia.
yeah,
All right.
it's weird. It's not what you expect, and it's all roundabout, really circuitous and nothing.
Quirky.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I recommend it fully, but that might just because of nostalgia, like because I was so
That's
into
quite all right.
Monty Python and point and clicks.
That's what the point of Game on Tap is.
Play this fucking game, universe.
We
I
have
know I
another one.
will again.
We've got another game on tap today.
Do we?
Rob, our guest, is going to actually tell us about the Guardian Legend.
That's
Save
right.
me.
That's right. The Guardian Legend, one of the greatest NES games. Now, I imagine a lot of, I'm sure you all in this room have pretty much played this game at some point, and probably a lot of your listeners have at least checked this out at some point. Uh-oh, we have somebody fessing up they have not. Uh-oh. All right, well, here's the thing. And this has always been like a long-running joke on Orange Lounge Radio, although not really a joke. Like, it's serious. Like, we really love this game. It's an inside serious is what it is. Why so serious?
I'm gonna play the music behind the corridor music behind this too.
But there's one reason to check out this game is that the soundtrack's phenomenal, and I'm not sure the composers were anybody whose names you heard again later on in gaming. Like, we're not talking about like Uematsu or Yuzo Koshiro or somebody who's you know a lot of their music. The
Right.
composers behind this game, I think, were really only had done this game, and the music's fantastic. But I think the gameplay is great too. This was an NES game that was half shooter, like Gradius, or probably more like Life Force because it was a vertical shooter,
1942.
so something like that.
They
Yeah,
call them shmups.
That's the more modern term for it, but like
Right.
the vertical scrolling Life Force level is exactly what
Right.
Yeah.
they're like, yeah.
Jamestown.
so it's half vertical and then half like more Zelda exploration, but with guns. And the cool thing is that when you get gun upgrades, let's say you find them in the corridor, you find them in the, walking around the planet, you actually use that gun in both scenes. And they might function a little differently in the shooting scene versus the overworld scene. So it was a really cool little hybrid game. There wasn't a lot like it, especially on the NES. The NES didn't have a power to do a lot of like these hybrid types of games. The Guardian Legend was pretty fantastic. Well,
That was still 2D though. This one actually made it to like.
I could also talk about the Magic of Scheherazade. Maybe I should have, because that's probably one that less people have played. But that was also kind of a hybrid game.
I remember Game Genie had some cheats for that shit. I never played it.
Oh, really? That was a good one too. That was more like half RPG, half straight up like real RPG, and then Zelda. But anyway, this isn't about Scheherazade.
Nay.
Next time I'm here. So, but Guardian Legend is. It's a classic. You can skip all the overworld stuff if you want. Probably a very well-known trait about the game is that you can put in the passcode TGL, and you just do all the shooting scenes back to back to back.
Yeah.
Passcode system, by the way, one of the big hang-ups for people about the game, because the passwords were letters, numbers, and then sometimes they would put 2 dots over the letters, like an umlaut.
Yeah.
Except you'd see it over like A's and Q's and like random ass letters too. So it made like writing down the passwords a total.
Just a cumulative.
You
Bitch.
can umlaut an
It
A.
was similar to like Metroid 1.
Umlaut.
Metroid 1's like 16 character long, or not
Well,
even 16. That was like 20.
Oh my god, yeah, Guardian Legend was like twice as long
Yeah, it
and
really
had all the
was.
crazy characters. But yeah,
Yeah.
you're right, Metroid had the uppercase and lowercase, right? But it's not like we had camera phones back then where you
Right.
just, take a picture of it so I can remember it.
Right.
No, you had to
Oh,
get out that line paper.
24.
Yeah, your little notepad
just
or
a
piece of computer paper that your mom let you borrow, and
Yeah.
just like
Crazy. So you had to have passcodes. That was actually part of what I think turned a lot of people off to the game, and they didn't really play past the first little levels, is because it was
What
like
a
the
shitty
passwords were a
turn
pain
off.
in the ass.
yeah, but that's
You
the
think
game
about
is
that age.
totally worth it.
It's totally worth it.
Use the notes page in the manual.
Back when manuals were cool.
Yeah, there you go. That's one way you could do it. I'm not sure what else I'm supposed to say. What else should I say about the game?
That you did a wonderful job.
Thank
The
you.
Overland isn't quite top down though, like Zelda. How would you describe that?
It's top down.
I
No.
think
Because you can see her
think
sideways.
Zelda
Blaster
Link
Master.
to the Past Zelda.
Yeah, like
I think
Okay,
it's
Blaster Master would be
Blaster
better
Master's good.
in comparison. That's
you can-
another really good hybrid game I didn't think of.
Blaster Master and Guardian Legend
That's one of the
That's
first.
Irene's
have a
favorite.
lot in common, really.
Blaster, yeah, actually, you're really
If you think
right.
about it, I haven't really put that correlation together. Actually,
Yeah,
I
but-
did play Blast.
Wait, who? That wasn't the same developer.
No,
didn't share
it's
one.
Sunsoft.
Right.
Yeah.
This is compiled. No, actually, I was looking up the composer for Guardian Legend because I don't know who did it, and you're right, I don't recognize the name, but I didn't know this, but this game's a sequel to a game that
It is a sequel to Gardic on
Yeah,
the MSX.
we never got it here,
Which,
that's
yeah,
why.
since we didn't really have the MSX here, we
Yeah.
never got that here. Gardic actually kind of sucks. I
I-
hate to say it, but
no.
That's okay.
Gardic was a straight up shooter too.
this game in Japan is called Gardic Gaiden.
Yeah.
I'm glad it came over here though because
More
yeah, it's
absolutely.
great, man.
And it's so, and every time a topic comes up about which classic game, which franchise do they need to reinvent, which game they need to come back and do. Because even Blaster Master, they did that Wii Blaster Master in like 2006. It was download
Yeah.
only.
Yeah,
And
I
it
bought
was,
that.
it was something.
They did make a game.
They didn't really quite recapture the magic, but that one was better than
Yeah.
the one they released in
Blast again.
like '99, I think. Yeah, on
Yeah.
PS1.
Oh, yeah.
That one
It
was-
was.
Oh, yeah, it was way
3D.
better than that. Yeah.
oh. See, that's what I'm talking about.
But it was one of those-
stick to 2D.
Going back to what you're saying about Metroid, the physics and the way it controlled, totally different on the Wii version than the original NES version. That's what ruined it for a lot
Can't
of
go
people.
doing that.
So anyway, but Guardian Legend would always be at the top of my list for what should come back, and I don't even know who the hell owns the rights now because I think they trickled down to THQ at some point,
Really?
just through where Brother rights went to who got that, and just I think it trickled down to THQ somewhere. Even though Compile is back now,
Compile still makes games, but
they were dormant for a few years if I remember right. They recently came back.
unfortunately, it has 3 different publishers because in Japan it was Irem, in America it was Broderbund, and in Europe it was Nintendo.
So I think Irem had it, and I think THQ got Irem's properties at some point.
What's THQ even been doing recently?
Well, they going bankrupt.
Yeah. People just bought up their licenses.
So,
Ooh, so there's a chance somebody could go back and be like, you know what was great? Guardian Legend. And now we
I
have
wish
the
somebody
rights.
would. I wish somebody would.
Compile actually went. Compile proper went out of. They went bankrupt in 2002, but they turned into Compile Heart,
Yeah.
which made like Arcana Heart the fighter.
I don't know.
But so they're still the guys are still around, but Compile is not technically around anymore. But no, the people are still there and still making games. They most famously made Puyo Puyo.
I know that one.
I kind of think too. I have a feeling, and I don't know. You know, I don't get to talk to a lot of Japanese gamers, so I don't. We have a few listen to OLR, but not a lot. But I don't know if this game has that same cult status over there because, like, you know, was said it was a sequel to a game that and that wasn't very good. So I don't know what the cult status is in Japan. But here, I think this is a game where you got a lot of gamers who, you know, our age who kind of remember it, like, oh yeah, that's that game that nobody else played but was so awesome, and why didn't other people play this? It should have been talked about like a Blaster Master or Metroid, and just really wasn't.
This is you got a gun-toting armored female.
That turns into a spaceship,
Turns
and the
into-
genre changes to let you do that.
So
You know what else?
great.
One other, I gotta throw this hybrid games is kind of the theme with this game. You know what else was actually really a hybrid game? Because we've even been talking about Metroid a lot lately. Kid Icarus. Really was, if you think about it. I mean, the end of the game, certainly. Not even just like the fact that the last stage
We're
was
talking about the
vastly
NES
different.
one?
Yeah.
Because they never got past level.
So if you get to the very, very last stage, it's completely different from the rest of the game.
Weird.
Yeah. And then, it's like a shooter, a straight-up shooter, the level where you take on Medusa. But then, if you think about it, like, the dungeons have a completely different way that they play than the regular stages, which can also go vertical and horizontal in World 2. So,
it was a hybrid game. Was The Adventures of Bayou Billy.
Yeah.
that one wasn't very good, though. I don't know about that one.
Konami, and this is a different subject. Konami NES games, I don't think there was a bad one. Oh, sorry.
It was cute.
That's good radio.
It is good radio.
Snake's Revenge, or are you going to peg that on Ultra?
No.
Snake's Revenge.
You know what? If we want to go Ultra, Ultra is a great NES company.
Chris, what does Snake's Revenge sound like?
I
Bye.
Oh, yeah.
Are you from Snake's Revenge?
I looked up the composer for the game, and he actually didn't do much.
See you later.
Not in America, and not past Guardian Legend. Like a couple things, but nothing that we would know. In fact, after Guardian Legend, the stuff he composed didn't even come out in America. Actually, the only other one, just without stats in front of me, the only other game that he made that came to America that had his music in it was Lunar Pool on Nintendo,
Wow.
Huh.
which is actually a good game.
Not even Lunar Silver Star Story?
But yeah, no, Guardian Legend, fantastic
I
game.
give that shit an A+ from when I was
Don't
little.
pass
I
it.
played that through several times.
Don't pass it by.
No.
That is going to bring us to our next segment.
Say what?
Say what?
Oh wait, it's not even trivia yet. It's
No.
It's
we
the
got
main
a-
event.
That's right.
So
Main event. Yeah.
this week's main event
Something has recently transpired
in Sacramento. Something cool kind of happened. We had a gaming expo, which I personally, we all live in Sacramento, and I don't know about you, but
We don't say that a lot. This podcast is based in Sacramento, California.
We've
but
mentioned North Islands.
we
North Islands, that's true.
Sacktown.
not a lot.
Racists sing this song. Oh.
Not a lot tends to
Purple
happen
Parrots.
in Sacramento as far as gaming, and so this is
Or
kind
anything.
of cool. But you guys attended. What did you guys attend?
The Sacramento Indie Arcade Expo.
Now, is this because there's a Sacramento indie scene? Like, this is me asking personally.
There's a Sacramento branch of the IGDA.
Okay.
Yeah, and they
Sure.
put
So
it
people
on.
come to this.
Where
like
is-
they travel to Sacramento? To...
But only in the media
They
area,
have-
like Bay Area.
They had like Reno. They had a group that was performing for Reno. One of the developers was from Davis. I'm sure
was from
they had
Davis.
some Bay Area people.
Where was this
Oh, San
at?
Jose, because San Jose State University had their
Right.
machine. Yeah,
Well,
Right.
still
Where
California
was
though.
this?
This is local
They-
talent.
they did it at they did it at two venues that are next door to each other. They did the Cafe Colonial and the Colony, which are right next door to the Colonial Theater, which is where like Rocky Horror's done,
Yeah.
and they have like a lot of the Amber Sweets live stage shows are there. They do like wrestling stage shows. It's kind of a multi-purpose
What
venue.
part of town?
Stockton Boulevard.
Stockton Boulevard,
But right
yeah.
before you get to the part, right before you get to the bad part. So.
Yeah.
A good part. All
It's,
right,
a,
let's go.
it's just a biscuit.
It's the UC Davis Med Center side. So
It's a
okay.
biscuit down the road from like before you hit Elk Grove.
I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
yeah, so that's where they had it.
South.
And I think next year, I mean, but here's the tricky position they're going to find themselves in is because the venue owners are so supportive and they've been so good to the community, and they actually, you guys might not know this, every Tuesday night down there they do like this retro game thing where they bring in all these old consoles and they do like, and then new stuff too. When I went last Tuesday, they were doing I think a Smash tournament on Wii
Say
U.
what?
So they just do every
Atari
Tuesday
stuff.
this stuff. So the venue super supportive of this stuff, right? But the problem is now they're getting to the point where they might have outgrown this venue. So it's like, how do you still stay true to these guys that have really helped, but
Right.
go
Do
to
the
a new?
owners also own the Colonial?
No, they do not. They own the rest of that little strip mall. From what I think. I hope I'm not misstating anything, but I believe so.
I was gonna say they can use the Colonial for all of the lectures and stuff, and then free up the
Maybe.
space at the Colony.
Maybe.
What were some of the main attractions of this thing?
I'm gonna
Well-
give that to Rob.
Well, they
This
have
is-
okay. So they have a lot. There, believe
What
it or not,
constitutes an indie
believe it or
gaming
not, there
expo?
are a lot of indie developers here in the Sacramento area. I mean, think about it. You can make a game. You have the tools you need to make a game.
Sure.
If you want to make a game, go make a game. You can get Unity. You can get Unreal. Sometimes it's about finding the time to make a game. That's where
What's that one that just was that Unreal that just released to public? Like
yeah,
Unreal.
Unreal just did. But and there were some real great chats, and in one of the chats they said, it's so easy to, if you want to be a painter, you can go to the store, you get a canvas, you get a paintbrush, you can get the tools you need to do painting. And now with gaming, we're really getting to that point. So, somebody that really has the passion for it can make the game. So we do have a lot of developers in the Sacramento and the greater area. And so the IGDA is a group where, these game developers can come together and really, sometimes it's about sharing ideas. Sharing resources is huge because sometimes you might have a guy and there was even a guy there that's like, I'm not really interested in designing games. I want to make music for games. That's what I
cool.
want to do. But now what if you're the guy that wants to make the game, but then when you realize, I need to put music in my game, what the hell am I going to do? What am I going to do for that? Great. An association like that brings those people together, and now maybe you can, make your game. So this is a bunch of these local crews getting together through the IGDA, and now they've developed these games or in process or whatever, and now they're kind of showing them off. And so this event was to show off. I think they had like 13
think it was
local,
14.
13 or 14 local groups that were showing off their game. And they did some other cool things too, just to kind of diversify. I mean, they had some talks. They had us from Voice of Geeks Network, VOG,
in panel
broadcasting all day. That was usually one person at a time. They had
Okay.
one that was duos, but they had the president of the IGDA, or excuse me, her title's executive director. They had the executive director of the IGDA here in Sacramento talking, and that was really cool. And then they had some local, and they had a gal who admitted, she's like, I don't know a lot about video games. That's really, my kid's thing, but I do know about starting a business. And we
sure.
want to help you get your business started here in Sacramento. That can be a really scary thing. If you want to, you need to learn more about, how do I get a loan? How do I do all this stuff? Did you know this resource is available to you? I'm part of it. So I thought, you know, and I was kind of listening to talk like that, I was going, man, you know, having taken Voice of Geeks Network plug recently as a business, I'm like, I wish I'd known that was there, because we had to do a lot of research ourselves and kind of pay other people to tell us what to do type of thing. So just knowing those resources out there were amazing.
There are probably a lot of kids that have a whole bunch of great ideas that are probably defeated by themselves. Like, I don't know how to start this. I don't know anybody that would, you know, give me capital, or like anybody that would make music. Or
so I thought it was a fantastic, like, just motivation. Like, you know, even me as like a broadcaster, just so motivated by all this untapped. You know, it's so much easier to show like this to get a passionate person to say, hey, you want to come on my podcast and talk about a game, and we'll, you know, kind of, I want to talk to you because you're enthusiastic about games, and, you know, you'd bring that enthusiasm to my audience. So much easier to do it at a show like that than it is E3.
Right.
Because E3's corporate, appointment, numbers.
Right.
You know, it's just such a different environment. This is so much more relaxed than that. I loved it.
That's good.
And they brought in some other stuff too. Just, you know, they had some tournaments going on. They had a Mario Kart, I think a Killer Instinct Xbox One tournament going on, a Smash tournament. They had the guy from Atari Party came in from Davis and brought some of his. He had like maybe 3 or 4 Atari set up, you know. But it really warmed my heart because some people were bringing their kids to this. So I'm telling you, when I walked by the Atari Party corner and I saw like 3 8 to 10-year-olds playing Atari 2600 games, I was like, that warms my heart.
Like,
that's
it's
parenting
not
done
dead.
right. It's not dead. That was what I experienced at that age, you know. So
what were some games that Sacramento or the outlying vicinity is producing?
I think one that a lot of people outside of Sacramento are talking about that I had no idea was being developed in Sacramento in the area. It's from Davis on Monsters and Monocles. Is being developed in Davis.
About.
Yeah.
Is that the chief one that you guys had played the most of? And
that was my favorite.
Well, that instantly drew my attention because it looked like a Super Nintendo game. It had that kind of aesthetic to it, you know, which, you know, retro's kind of new again. You know, a lot of games have that look, but they did it very well. And it was a co-op game, so it was very much about like getting like 4 people to play at a time, and you know they were.
I said it was like Gauntlet, but I kind of feel like it's Gauntlet and like Smash TV put together because you have the two.
Look at like Ghostbusters. You sent a tiny video.
Right, that was really.
It's hard sometimes to compare a new game to old games because the new game's trying to do new things. So yeah, it was a little bit of
lineage, but it's a completely it's its own thing.
Did they have a maybe like a release window for Monsters and Monocles?
I think they said it was going to Steam Early Access in a month.
Oh,
so I think it's like soon. So. Good for them.
Yeah.
I know Gabriel, president of IGDA, had a demo for Crumple, which is it's one of those, it's like a slow platformer. And what I mean by that is that it's the platformer where you have to take your time because it's also a little bit of a puzzler.
Like Braid, maybe?
Yeah, actually, it's a really good comparison. Something like Braid, where you have to really take your time through it. So Crumple's kind of like that. He just pushed that demo to Desura, which is like, you know, kind of like a Steam type client.
Yeah. Or was it
on PC.
Green
Desura is its own thing.
Desura is its own thing.
It's its own.
Oh yeah,
it's a very
client.
It's
right?
more of an indie thing. It's for people. You know, believe it or not, some people don't necessarily want to be on Valve. Not that I'm saying Crumple's that way. It's just like, you know, they want to be on everything. I'm sure. So
I got an early access of I think Try or something like that, and it was I could only get it. I had to download Desura and start up a new thing to try it.
Yeah, and somebody had gifted me a game through Desura once. That's how I ended up with it. But yeah, you can check out Crumple on there. You know, you play this little. It's a little envelope. And his face, and I thought this was a brilliant idea. You know how envelopes all have that address window on it too? Well, all he did, he added a second one, and that's the eyes. And so that's how that's how you have like the little mascot for the game. It was really cute. And so the envelope can crumple in all sorts of different ways to get through the puzzle. Like sometimes you have to crumple yourself into a ball because you need to get through a tight space. Sometimes you kind of jump and let the air carry you and float you to different. So I thought it was kind of a neat little concept. So looking forward to that. And then the what was the name of the vector-based one? And that Vectrex-Pre or something like that.
That's Vector.
Was it just Vector?
I think so.
Vector.
It's spelled weird. There's a twist on the name or something. It was like with a K or something.
It's a K, yeah.
But I like this game because it looks a lot like I could have played this on a Vectrex, which obviously is a little play there. But, you know, in talking to the developer, he's on Greenlight trying to get the votes to get on there, and he needs help with the exposure. And I thought it was a fun little game where it was very simple controls. You use the thumbstick to spin around whatever direction you need to go, and then like R2 was forward, L2 was backwards, and R1 was your main gun, and L1 was your special gun.
Like asteroids?
It's very kinda
okay,
but think a little more souped up than that because you had like levels that were more like looked like a racetrack or something.
Oh, sure.
This is vector graphics.
Right.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
What is it, like battle?
it is like
not battle tanks.
it's like modern
but,
vector.
Yeah, exactly. It's still
Very
modern,
colorful.
but it has that.
It kind of looks like Defender a little bit. With
Yeah.
but mixed with like asteroids. If asteroids had like a narrative,
But when you see it in motion, oh, she did take a video. When you see it in motion, you can really kind of.
the laser
Get
beam
a sense.
shot totally makes me think Defender. But,
Yeah.
it's. No, it looks really cool. I love the Vectrix, and so Vector.
Me
games
too.
are- yeah,
It's
they're great.
retro stuff always going to draw me
Yeah.
in. So, but the developer has a wicked sense of humor because I don't know if this will stay in the final game, but I thought it was hilarious. When you kill the computer players, they all have names of like famous people, and it'll be like, "You just killed Franklin Delano Roosevelt," and like one of them was Anne Frank. I
Oh
was
my
like, "Wait a
goodness.
minute." So he has a very dark sense of
You said
humor.
wicked
Clearly.
sense of humor, sure.
Yeah, a little bit. But I thought it was still a brilliant game, and I can appreciate a wicked sense of humor.
Sure.
So those I mean, there's more I could talk about. They had the Oculus Rift was there. They had some developers doing some VR stuff because that's
So like the
some
what was
people
that
want to
called?
get in on that now because it's going to be huge in 2
The-
years.
What was that? The developers conference that just happened.
GDC.
GDC. Did they pull some of the same people come through for that?
I
Pimping out the
couldn't
Oculus,
say
or-
if they were. Oh no, they weren't from Oculus. They're
Okay.
developing for Oculus, so they brought their development kits to show off their prototypes in Oculus.
Did you guys get to try it?
I tried it for like 3 seconds.
Yeah, I did not. I've used it before, and since there's a lot of people there I know have never played Oculus before, including like my co-host Loki. He wanted to do it because he'd never done it before. So I was like, I don't need to do it. He can do it.
Like it or hate it?
I can't speak to these specific demos because I didn't play them.
I mean, just the Oculus.
But the Oculus in
experience.
general, I'm a believer. It's
Okay.
amazing. It's amazing technology. It's not like you would think it's like the 90s and like the Virtual Boy and stuff like that, but technology's come a long way. I mean, if you think about even your phones have a gyroscope.
Right.
And literally the Samsung VR, you strap it into a headset that's right there,
Right.
but it can read with all the motion and everything, and it puts that VR image left and right in front of your face. It's amazing.
I've heard even since last year that the accelerometer and stuff like that is way better at making you not motion sick.
Yeah.
Like when you sit down or when you stand up, people don't fall over nearly as much, or like kind of disorient.
Now it's just about making it affordable, and it's
Right.
going to be very interesting to see what happens. Like, this is going to be, we're about 6 months away from really. I mean, if you think about it, the Gear VR is already out, but I think we're probably about 6 months away from really seeing this push start to begin. I kind of think the first true Oculus, model will hit for the consumer base a little later this year. And then, with Sony's Project Morpheus,
Right.
which I'm assuming we're going to find out the real name this year at E3, that is looking at what a spring 2016 launch
Yeah.
is going to be huge. But it's going to be all about, is it affordable, and what are the experiences that are available on it.
Project Morpheus.
I actually played Morpheus at E3,
The
too.
product should be called Lawrence Fishburne.
Project Lawrence Fishburne.
Project Lawrence Fishburne.
Cowboy
Um,
Curtis.
Pimping out the Morpheus.
I'm all about VR, man. I am so ready for VR.
It's coming a year from now. That's what people are going to be talking about. But it's again, it's going to be about the experiences and that, because we could be looking at something that is the next big thing in games, like a Game Boy, portable games. That was the beginning of a new wave of gaming. It could be that, or it could be like the Nintendo Wii. It comes and it goes.
Well, the Nintendo Wii is the best-selling console of all time.
It is, but now try to sell a motion game.
Well, I know. I'm saying
Yeah.
motion controls in general was a fad.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. It was a flash in the pan, more or less. It was a fantastic flash in the pan for Nintendo's bank account. But
Yeah.
Here's the thing I was thinking about VR. I totally agree that it's all about the experiences, and you should not just throw an existing game onto VR and say that, and that's it.
Absolutely not.
So here's what so for me, I want these VR experiences to be unique, something that you need VR to experience, and that it will just be a one-of-a-kind, unique just experience. But what I was thinking recently is, what's the worst case scenario? Worst case scenario is that they don't release these unique experiences that take advantage of VR. Instead, they're just throwing games onto these headsets. Now,
Just cheap.
here's what I'm thinking, though.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Force
though.
I don't think it's
Indie.
gonna. I don't think it's gonna happen either. We're definitely gonna get some great experiences. I'm just saying, like, worst case scenario, if that is what happens, I don't think that's that bad, because here's what you got.
First person Skyrim.
Well, I'm just saying, like, at the worst, you're putting these helmets on, and I've never worn one, so this is all just like me and imagination. But
Sure.
I'm thinking that you put this helmet on, and worst case scenario, I just see like a fucking IMAX sized screen in my VR helmet playing a Mario or whatever. You know what I mean? So like worst case scenario, I just got I get a giant movie screen to play games on.
Something to consider
Personal
too.
virtual boy.
Something
Yeah,
to consider with this VR is that, a lot of people shouted doom and gloom when Facebook bought Oculus, but it actually really hasn't turned out to be such a bad thing because we're also getting it, and this is important, whether you want to admit it or not, this is super important. You're getting a lot of non-gaming experiences in VR, and that's important because, why did the PS2 sell as much as it did? Because it plays DVDs.
Right.
Why did the Wii sell so well? Well, not just the flash in the pan fab, but it had Netflix. People
A lot of people
watch...
used it for the Netflix.
Exactly.
Oh, VR
So,
Netflix.
the VR will, some of the stuff I've seen on VR, when I saw Gear VR, I didn't even play games on it. On Gear VR, I saw a Cirque du Soleil presentation where, like one of the actresses, like there a bunch of them are like running on stage and some of them will sit next to you. So if you like look over, you actually see them and they're watching it too. And then like, there's these people on a wire. So, you're looking around, you see it's all around you. And so, at one point, one of the ladies like laughs to your right, and so you instinctively kind of look to the right, and she's like making a face, and she's like, kind of like looking at you. It was a trip.
Crazy.
It's nothing like you can get on a movie screen right now.
Right.
And then there was another demo that had like it was Paul McCartney's last concert at Candlestick before they tore it down, right? So you actually were on the stage at Candlestick Park next to Paul McCartney's piano, so you can kind of look at the piano, you can look at the band, you can look at the people in the audience,
And then in
show
your
their
earbuds, Baby, I'm always of the way that you love me all the time.
I believe it was what was he saying? Was it Live or Let Die? I don't remember. Yeah.
Should have been Ebony Ivory.
So anyway, I didn't mean to go on a VR tangent talking about Sack Indie Arcade, but I guess it happened. Oops.
You must not know about this show.
So
Sack Indie Arcade.
Yeah.
Irene,
It's
what you
great.
think?
No,
Did you play anything else other than the gauntlet style monocle something?
thanks,
and
Ryan.
VR?
No. I did.
Never
I
talk
played-
about VR again. I take it back.
I played a game called A Dragon Named Cole, which was fun.
A dragon named Cole,
Yeah, it's
COAL.
Yes,
Oh,
like,
That's
yeah.
good.
not Cole from Infamous.
No, not that one.
Not Cole the Ninja.
Nor was it that one.
Cole the Conqueror.
Damn it!
Yeah. See, this is a
So
problem.
that was my experience at Sack Indie Arcade.
That's
everyone
good.
was asking
Do you
what
guys
kind
like
of Cole it was.
You guys like the show though? I mean, you recommend
Yeah, it was
going?
Oh, yeah.
really, really crowded though. I think, yeah.
the
that was-
venue might have been too small.
The venue.
Yeah, it's a
probably-
great venue. It's like I hope that they do continue it there. I just hope that they kind of plan the space better, I guess, is what it is. Because the front part is a bar, so most of the space is taken up by the bar.
Sure.
And then the back room, I mean, you're trying to fit 15 plus developers back there, and it's pretty much the same size as the room that has the bar, minus the bar.
How many people do you think showed up? Like estimate several hundred.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say it was several hundred
Yeah.
throughout the day. Yeah.
Yeah. And these venues are small. Like,
No-
they're not very large.
And it was a one day only.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They should make it like.
But they did. The organizers did a fantastic job.
They did. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, that's a testament to their, you know,
Yeah.
the work that they put in. Like, a lot of people were interested in going.
The
so.
networking was great, so I'm happy to see something like it in Sacramento.
I'm wondering how many other towns have something like this. How many other cities do an independent gaming like from Michigan or from
You'd be surprised. IGDA, where there are chapters, will put on events like this. I know Atlanta does something similar. It's not the IGDA, it's something, but it's similar just because through VOG Network we you get involved with in that town too, where my business partner's at. But these chapters throughout the nation will do their own little events
Okay.
of varying shapes and sizes.
So it sounds like overall kind of success. Like it was a cool idea to do, but maybe there's some kink working.
It was its second year,
okay.
I think, and it sounds like it's grown a lot in just a year, so I'm really excited to see what year 3
They probably
looks like.
didn't expect so much traffic.
Yeah. And we had only got brought into the fold maybe a month ago to do the broadcast.
This was your first, the VOG, VOG's first year there.
Yeah, our first year there doing the broadcast, and there was so much that now I kind of took away going, okay, next year we can even do this better. It's not that this year was bad, it's just we can do it even better by doing this and this and this.
Right.
So.
All right.
Well, thanks, guys. Sounds like it was a great event.
Thanks, Ron.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Irene.
Good answer.
Good
Thanks for
answer.
going to that and then coming and talking
Good
about
Oh
it.
no,
because
Family Feud, I'm
none of us
scarred,
went.
triggering.
That brings us.
Good answer. Richard Dawson.
That
Good
brings us
answer.
to our next and final round of
Trivia.
We just went through this last time. Metroivia.
Metroivia.
What is this round dubbed?
Round of Mother Brain.
Round the Mother Brain.
I heard my name, honey.
So
What kind about a round for me?
these ones might be a little more difficult. Maybe not for Chris.
Here's
'cause
just-
he knows
Yeah, Chris will
everything
just
about-
buzz in 2 seconds
Right,
anyway.
right.
Screw attack.
I'll
with blueberry
take a nap.
badgers.
Zero suit. Orange.
Ice taco.
I stuck. Damn it, yes.
Sega Genesis.
Sega
Okay.
Genesis.
It's the best.
Yes. Star Fox Rumble Pack.
I am not, dude. Like I'm not looking at your screen. I can't read.
I don't
that
think you
anymore.
are. No, you're good.
He can't read or write.
No, I'm
Oh,
just blind.
I'm sorry.
Not illiterate.
Illiterate.
These glasses do.
Bet you can't even hear me, you illiterate.
Before we start round the Mother Brain, do we stand a chance? Can we gain enough points to take the lead
There
yet?
are
or-
5 questions.
Not with that attitude.
No, I mean, like, is there a double rank? Because I don't think if we get
And
5,
there's
we can.
bonus questions
Okay,
too.
so that we can. If we get
Stage a
everyone
comeback.
right, we can- Okay.
Stop being a bitch.
Stage.
Stage a comeback.
Get cold.
All right.
Rise from your grave. Rise from your grave. Sounds good.
Question number 1. List the names of the 4 main bosses that must be defeated to gain access to Mother Brain's inner sanctum.
Fuck.
Well, you
Just
guys.
say your name. Can't
Blueberries.
just feel like me.
Blue Barracudas. It's Kraid, Ridley, Fantoon, Dragoon.
Dragon?
Dragon.
Don't give him the point. You said it wrong.
Did you see
Dragon.
that? They were dragons. Okay, yeah,
Saying
that's
dragon
correct.
wrong.
Alright.
Dang
How
it.
to Train Your Dragon.
No.
Dragon Rompa.
Alright.
Dragon Romper
So,
Room.
bonus question.
No.
What is the name of Mother Brain's inner sanctum?
Torian.
Oh, he didn't buzz in, Parrot.
It was my. It was.
If
the
you get
bonus
if you get the
question.
question, you
Oh,
get the
come
It was
bonus.
our bonus question.
It was their bonus question.
Buzz and parrot is my favorite thing now.
You didn't buzz in. Parrot. Bitch.
And buzz and parrot. I got this.
Oh, no, she better don't.
Sega Genesis.
Oh no, she bet I did.
Alright, question number 2.
Oh, now Sissy, that question.
This is kind of a longer question, so let's
Don't do it, Seamus.
Okay. What is the name of the following technique? If Samus has less than 50 energy, no reserve energy, and at least 10 missiles, 10 super missiles, and 11 power bombs, you can use the morph ball and hold down the aim up button and aim down buttons and fire with the power bomb selected to perform it.
Purple parrots. Trick question. That's an algebra formula.
That's
Parrots with
algebra.
parrots with a real answer. It's I didn't know it had a name, but the flash bomb.
So
The one that eliminates everything on screen.
Damn
That's
it.
not the name of it.
that's the power. You did the power bomb you're talking about?
No,
you use the
no,
power
because
bomb
it
to
does the whole.
initiate it.
You see it in the intro.
When
Yeah.
you use this technique,
It heals you.
Samus will go into an orb of light
Oh.
while her energy tanks refill
No,
at the
there's
expense
something-
of ammo.
There's something else.
But that's not what I'm talking about.
Whatever.
Holy shit.
It's they show you in the intro. That's where you see her silhouette in the background, and it heals you,
Yeah.
and it takes your ammo. I don't
Right,
know
right.
exactly what
Claws
that
are
is
out.
I was
called.
gonna say Death Blossom.
Yeah, from
I like
fucking
that.
Last Starfighter.
We die.
You were really close. I'll give you half a
Help us
point.
some time.
Yay! A pity point.
Pity point.
What's the actual technique called?
Crystal Flash?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you said
Hella
Flash.
fake.
So I was
That
like,
sounds like a
hmm.
Mega
Okay,
Man.
I said flash.
Hella fake.
Even though I was totally thinking of the wrong thing.
You know how to do
Point.
Crystal
I
Flash.
know how to do that thing. I didn't know how to name it.
Hashtag half a point.
Crystal Flash. Actually, it probably does have a point because the speed booster that you were asking about has a name.
It's called Ghetto Screw Attack.
It's called Ghetto
We
Screw
shall
Attack.
split a point.
Okay. Question number 3. Name the mini boss that does not take damage from Samus's attacks.
They all. I know
There's one that
I have-
doesn't take
I
damage.
have a
doesn't
RCA
take
question.
damage. I know one. I have an idea.
Parrots.
Yeah.
And I think it's the mid boss of Norfair that you trick into falling into the lava.
But it takes damage because it changes color. That's what I was thinking that too. That's Crocomire.
No. changes color, you can't defeat it that way.
You can't defeat it, but
You
it's
have to
taking
trick him into
damage.
falling in the lava.
The
Rob's
question wasn't.
I was gonna say, by that
The
same
question
logic,
is, it takes
the first
damage.
fight with Ridley.
Yeah, because
Right.
it takes damage.
Because it needs, yeah.
That's a good count.
Rob gets the point.
But first Ridley, you can't kill him!
What was its name?
Whatever
Did you say name
the
it?
wi-
Crocomire.
I did.
Crocomire?
Crocomire. What is Crocomire?
What is Croc?
It's Jeopardy now. Yeah. But it changes color, so it's taking damage. That's why I didn't say
Does
that.
it change color only when you do the super bomb?
It changes color when you give it
Just
when you do
any-
damage to
when you
it.
do
Yeah,
damage.
because by the end of it, it's like a different hue of red, and then it falls in.
What is the age of consent? Oh, it's awkward now.
It varies by state. Oh, I shouldn't know that.
It depends. It goes by the old.
Maybe it's just enraged. Maybe
If
that's not a
there's-
damage.
Oh,
So
to
mad.
Hold on,
It's
there's
just rock hard.
Like, I'm going by what the wiki said, okay?
There's a
if
rage
it's
boner.
old enough to
Take
bleed,
damage.
old enough to seed. That's the rule.
Is that a saying?
That's the rule.
OMG.
It doesn't have to be a rule, it's a
So-
saying.
Wow.
God did that.
That's just God's rules, not mine.
Well,
Nobody. You
Nobody-
can't own the water.
It's God's water.
It's God's water. I mean,
It's God's beach. Or yeah, it's beach, right?
Can we get
No,
another
can't
goddamn
beach.
question?
I would love to
God's
give you
beach.
another goddamn question.
Yo, is the Super Troopers 2 Kickstarter right now?
yes.
It exploded.
Good.
Repinisculus.
All right, question number 4.
She do decree it.
Which one do I want to do?
Oh, so it's.
Yeah, I'll do this one. Samus has some friends on Zeus. What is the name of the species of alien friend that resembles an ostrich?
Blue Barracudas, I'm gonna guess though.
There you go.
Oh, god damn it. It's something like Echidron or something like that. I can't remember. It's
It's a stritcher.
no, it's something like it's something god damn
Parrots.
it. Yeah.
Birdo.
Purple parrots. Espresso.
You're also
Wow. Wow.
no one's got it. Huh?
Wow.
Can we talk about how Wart needs to come back in the Mario
Where's
mythology?
Wart in
Where the
Smash
hell did
Brothers?
Wart go?
Yeah. I
Where's
like
the
Wart.
Wart love?
That's true.
Where's the Wart?
I don't
Let me
want
love you, Wart.
The wart love.
They got
I hear that's the bad kind of love.
where's the Wart love? No,
kind of
I
song
don't
that the
remember what they're
Bloodhound Gang
called. What are they
sings
called?
about.
They're called the Dakora? Or
Dakora?
Dachora? D-A-C-H-O-R-A.
Oh, I had to CH. That's
You
why I
were
was
so
going
close.
Echo something.
I know.
I was
Dakora?
right.
I was using
You
the
were
alphabet.
brighter.
Yeah,
Birdo
I
was
gave
fun.
you an ostrich
No,
in a
I knew
video
it had
game.
CH in there. Like I thought it was Echo something, but it's Deck.
Even
I'm
though it was a
thinking of the other
mistype.
one.
I think you mean Echo something.
Etcho.
Or is Kokobo correct?
You're stupid.
Oreo.
Okay,
All
so
right.
there's a bonus question for that.
Yeah.
What is the name of the technique that it teaches you?
Ball barracudas. Oh wait, the ostrich thing? Speed booster.
No, teachers.
Wall jumps. Wall jumps the little guys.
No, but not the
Okay.
speed boost. You
Purple
said
parrots.
Or shine spark.
Shine Spark.
Yeah,
is what
I'm
it
sorry.
is.
Oh,
Well,
Ball
it's the move that speed booster does.
it's when you
Shine
run, duck, jump.
Spark. Shine spark's
Yeah,
what
that's
that's
not
called.
been.
That would have been my answer.
It's like, do
Oh,
this,
you can give
idiots.
him a point.
We don't speak the same language. Do this. Do what I'm doing. And you're like, what's this bird
Look at my
on about?
finger.
Idiot.
I know.
What are you on about? About.
You're doing impressions.
That's an accent.
Yeah.
You are doing an accent.
It's your impression of
We do
Britain.
impressions on this show?
You try.
No, we don't.
Listen up, frog.
Damn it. I am so sorry for whatever you think I've done.
The rest of-
My frog balls.
My frog ball.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kirby.
They've retreated into my cloaca.
Can you just do that impression for the rest of the show, regardless of
Whether we would.
It is not about you, it's about moi.
All right.
Where is
Last
Flambear,
question?
your artifact?
Last question of trivia. What is the name of the
I
ability?
understood to find Sticky Bear here.
Ooh, sticky. Damn it, sticky bear.
All right.
Is that his voice?
I guess. I don't know. He never spoke aloud.
That's me gone. Nope, the fuck
I
out.
know
I'm out the
I
window.
ordered a pork loin.
I can see Sticky Bear's stupid face and just hello, baby. And then like a slight smile because you can't really tell. If it's a smile or a frown.
All right.
Oh, question 5. Yes.
yeah.
That's what we were doing.
Question
Parrot,
fifth.
sticky bear.
It's because you don't decree your questions. These go off the rails like a fucking
You have to
runaway
command
train.
it. You gotta be strong.
Take charge, Rosalind.
All right.
Moira.
So here's the last question.
Last question. Back to Mo.
All right. What is the name of the ability that allows Samus to walk backwards while charging?
Blue
a shot
Barracudas.
or yes.
Moonwalk.
Say
Yes.
boo barracudas? Fuck, because I was gonna say that.
moonwalk.
Literally called
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
What is moonwalking?
What is? I didn't say it in the
Ask
form.
Michael
They said boo barracudas.
That's
They
the
did.
scary.
If I say purple parrots, can we
You
get there?
said
I said
violet.
ball barracudas last
I
time.
said violet
Purple
violet
parrots.
barracudas. Violet
ball bearing.
poople parrots.
You can. That's an option. You can turn on or off.
Poople parrots?
The
Or moonwalking.
Moonwalk. You can actually say. You can actually turn the moon. That's in the options in the very
Yeah.
beginning.
Can you turn on ding 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 ding? Does the music go too?
Yeah.
Or the moonwalker
Yes.
shirt.
Right?
I'm trying to think.
Nobody else, I
Mother
think, appreciates
Smooth mother brain.
Actually, at one point
He was
on
struck by a smooth mother brain.
this is going to be weird when you have two conversations going on at once with that mic, but
That happens.
the Moonwalker, I wore my Moonwalker shirt yesterday, and they actually had on that main cabinet they had there, it was Moonwalker was playing, and I
Nice.
wanted to go stand next to it and take a selfie, but I was like, that was so awkward.
No, it was Destiny. You should have told me.
What was that? That was
This is the best time
You
to
weren't
take a
around. You weren't there. I needed you, and you weren't there.
it was serendipity. Is this the first time she's ever let you down?
selfie. No, it's Providence.
God, no.
Today, yes.
Hell
Okay.
All right.
That
well,
day, maybe.
Well, Irene tallies up the points. We're gonna go on to the next segment, which is Who Would Win, starring.
I do
Wait,
believe we do who would win after
we
get
do,
points.
so we can do
The
the.
discussion
You're gonna
must
give-
be done in stupid voices.
You can give the you're gonna give the premise.
I think we're already tallied, are we not?
I think we know who won this
Yeah, I'm not sure we need a calculator to figure this one out.
Don't need a rocket surgeon.
Fucking-
I think the audience won this one.
No.
So it's 17 points. The Boo-Boos win.
That's
The
us.
boo boos.
No.
Boo-Boos.
Boo boo.
Boo-Boos win.
We are boo boos.
The blueberry kudas.
Yes.
What's a kuda, you ask? No idea.
Cuda.
Kuda.
What did they
What's
get?
a
Out of
coda?
curiosity.
Cuda
What?
I'm
Chris.
sorry. I see
Blueberry
Chris
cooters.
got 17 points. What did they get?
I probably nabbed a half of one for saying espresso.
3.5.
3.5.
Yes!
To 7 fucking teen?
Yes.
Was
Is
there
what
that
you
many?
said?
Were there only 15
Yes.
I guess there's bonus questions.
Yeah, I
Bonuses,
put one,
and
but
there
I
was
knew it
one
wasn't
time
right.
that she gave both of us points.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh, man.
But little did you know we were playing golf.
Right.
It's trivia.
So,
golf.
fuck yeah, Purple Parrots. With the lowest score,
Going
Tiger
to,
Woods style.
going to the crag.
Going to the crag.
The crag. We got real dark at the end there.
I'll see you
All
at
right.
the crag.
Bitch. Where's the?
Bitch. Eat it!
I'm 10 years old, Mike O'Malley. Stop yelling at me.
Don't call me a bitch anymore.
Stop calling me a bitch, Mike O'Malley. I'm gonna go hang out with Mark Summers.
Mark Summers is nicer than Michael Malley.
What's the? Okay, so we had to discuss voices, right?
Yes.
How about you stick with Kermit?
No, Irene
No?
has one
Oh,
sleeved.
alright.
I have one for Piper, but you can do Kermit. if
I'll
you
do what I want.
Wait,
You'll do what I want.
wait, Kermit or Piggy? You're gonna keep doing Piggy.
You can do both.
Which one?
You can just Muppet on
I'm
at
just,
it.
I'm just going to be a general Muppet.
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
What else is
I
new?
like it.
Just turn.
Not quite mop, not quite a puppet, but man, can they really? You know,
Teach you the alphabet.
that's Simpsons also.
So,
So
mop, not better puppet.
All right, so that's what you're doing. Piper, what are you doing? You know what you're doing.
Jizz.
what are you doing?
Intimidating Crotty robot.
About the brain?
Oh man, why can't I do jizz?
Fucking told you could do
I
jizz.
smell shitty panties.
Give us the next round, shitty panties.
I wish one of you were Kim.
You're right. I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, I don't know who it is. either.
Fucking
If this show goes for 3 hours, I'm gonna kill you. Jizz.
They're like, what the fuck are you guys?
And the audience, we lost the audience as well
Right.
just now.
Right.
Like it's almost
But I
over,
don't
and I
care.
don't need to hear it.
Right. Whoever the fuck this is,
Look it up.
shut the internet down.
All right, so we have the voices.
Who
Do you
is,
wanna do jizz?
what-
You can do it.
No,
If you do
it's
jizz,
hell
if
on
you
my
do,
voice.
if you do,
So no.
oh, because I say if you do jizz, I'll come Kermit.
I'll give you jizz.
I wish you would.
Oh, Jizzy, my sweet.
Am I a frog or am I a bucket?
Well, I don't know if I've touched on any of these before. We'll find out. But to start, take Luigi. Give him his crappy vacuum. He's ghost hunting. But he's ghost hunting Inky, Blinky, Winky, whatever. The 4 ghosts from Pac-Man.
Mm-hmm.
All 4 of them are actively trying to kill him, just like a Pac-Man would. But he's Luigi. He's run, he's jumped, he's done whatever. Do you think he could catch them? Assuming, of course, they could be caught in a fucking vacuum, of all things.
In what fucking universe?
All of them. I don't know. We'll take Mario 64 as a baseline. Luigi run jumping around, 4 ghosts. Not like Boo's, because they're gonna freak out when you look at him. They're just going to keep approaching with the intent to kill.
Does he have to find them?
They're gonna find him pretty quick.
I think he fucking killed them.
They're dead already.
I think they'd vacuum them, suck them shits up.
Put them inside of a vault.
I think Luigi wins too. What do they fucking ghosts and Pac-Man do? They don't do anything. They don't attack.
They
just-
touch you and you die. You get torn
They
into
kill
pieces.
Pac-Man's dumbass, but Luigi's got a weapon. He's got vacuum, so they get close. He just sucks. That's what he wants them to do, so he can suck them in.
Well, I think this game sounds terrible because I'm not in it.
True to
And
character.
it's all about moi.
Does
Where's the part with my solo?
does Luigi
It's the
tend?
part where I fucking kill you.
I don't know your voice. What is your voice from?
It's from Jizz.
Oh, okay.
I'm Jizz.
Okay.
Of course,
It's
you are.
from Jizz.
It's like a bunch of recycled gym
Episode.
episodes.
Gym episodes?
Gym.
Oh,
Like
Gem.
gems are outrageous.
Yes.
Yes.
Like Gem, the 80s female rock superhero?
But with a voice that sounds like this.
Okay.
It's a YouTube thing.
Oh, that's...
My
Of
name
course it
is
is.
J-I-Z. Jizz.
Alright. I'm going Luigi. What are you going, Irene?
Luigi. Yeah.
What are you going, Miss Piggy?
Moi.
One
Piggy?
was that for Piggy?
We've got 2 for Luigi, 1 for Miss Piggy. What do you got?
Luigi.
Aaron? It doesn't matter. We're already...
We're pretty high, but like I was gonna suggest, like
They're not gonna... They're
I
not
haven't played the
smart.
games a lot, but didn't it take a minute for him to suck a ghost in?
They can gang up on him, right?
Yeah, they're all 4
That's
at
true.
once trying to kill him.
It's a ghastly game.
It takes him as didn't they do that like stupid Casper the Ghost thing where they like stretch into like whoa and he has to like
Never played that
whoa, whoa I'm a stupid ghost. Oh.
Come over. Come to the front door of my house right away. It's important.
Oh, good.
You've never seen
Have
Three
you never
Ninjas?
seen 3 Ninjas?
What the actual
Okay.
fuck?
It's...
I was too busy watching myself in the mirror.
Oh my god. Rocky? Oh, I'm sorry, I can't. That scene makes me lose my shit, man.
Well, bring back the discussion about
Stuff is good! Give me that.
Fuzzle booger.
Oh, that's true. Oh, those guys. They got to be.
you.
This is. Okay, I'm sorry.
Kidnap you. Okay, we have to
I
like
like the Muppet movie.
we have to mass watch this movie right
We have
after
to
the
go.
cast.
It's not. Again, it doesn't hold up.
It holds up. It's just
The sequel.
stupid.
The sequel has a video game on Super Nintendo.
That shit holds up like Atlas.
I got it.
I got it too.
I get it.
What's
High
the next
level
one?
jokes.
We were talking about Mortal Kombat earlier,
Yes.
and there was, of course, a reveal forever ago about like the DLC characters, and they first showed Jason Voorhees, and I was like, oh, because they had Freddy in the last one. That makes some sense. That's kind of cool. But then, like all at once, as far as I could tell, they revealed the other 3 that come in the 4-pack.
It's because there was a leak.
Oh, okay, so
And
they're
so
like,
they just-
fine,
yeah,
assholes.
Literally.
Well, I was told who else was in it, and when you look at the video, you can straight see all 4 of them standing there before you press play. But like, I don't know if y'all heard this, but if I had not known, during the reveal, the Predator fucking decloaks in the middle of everybody, and the Predator is going to be in Mortal Kombat, and I would have, like, fucking exploded with glee if I, like, had just suddenly encountered also the Predator. And I'm like, whoop! On that, do you think, probably, but do you think the Predator could take Jason?
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting. I really like how they did that reveal because they showed Jason, Tremor, and
Yeah, they were all,
Tanya, but then Predator.
Well posed, but he's like, I've been here the whole time.
Predator, yeah, he was there the whole fucking time because he was just cloaked in. But I think Predator wins.
So, which
I can take
Jason-
the
Let's say Jason X.
Oh,
Jesus
Space
Christ!
Space
That's
Jason.
the worst one.
Yeah, but that's probably the
Spacin'.
most powerful Jason.
Spacin'.
Spacin', yeah.
Space.
I
Kevin
hope there's a
Spacey.
Jason X costume for
Me
Jason.
too.
Yeah.
That
I
makes
hope
the
they're-
most sense.
I hope they end up making a Jason X2.
Jason X
X
2.
Two.
It's Jason.
I'll fucking kill
It's
you.
Jason 10 2.
Exactly.
He's gonna put on all kinds of costumes. And...
Jason's super slow, man. He just, I don't know. I've never seen Jason X, to be honest with you, but like, I'm just knowing Jason from every other, 9 Friday the 13th movies, and I don't understand why everybody gets killed from him.
Because
Because
they're stupid.
Well,
Stupid, unarmed teenagers.
they're naked, sexual teenagers who are always
They're
going
any
to
other
fucking,
kind.
going to a place called Terror Lake, right? Hanging out in fucking,
I thought it was Crystal Lake. Did they change
It
it?
is
to Terror?
Crystal Lake.
oh, okay. Terror Lake's the Simpsons one.
Yeah.
That's where they go when they're running from Sideshow Bob. They go to Terror Lake. That's when, anyway. Yeah. Crystal Lake, not
Yes.
Terror Lake. See, the fucking Simpsons finds its way in every time.
Every time.
I don't know. Predator's just got all these tactics, man. Not only is he strong and has all these weapons, but he's a fucking... They call him a predator for a reason, because he's got all these... like,
They'll hunt you.
yeah, he'll hunt the shit out of you.
But Jason can't die.
Jason just
But
walks
Jason
around.
hunts people,
Jason
too.
just walks around with a machete, all hulking and brooding, but like...
Well, he's a supernatural being in the sense that he
Does he
never
teleport?
dies. It
Practically.
feels like he does. Yeah.
People go sprinting away from him, and he's like...
He's like Slenderman.
He shows up from behind a tree all
Exactly.
unexpected.
I don't ever think it's canonically like declared that Jason teleports though.
It's not, but he acts like a supernatural. I mean, like
He's supernatural. He
right.
is.
Yeah. So he can't teleport, but we're talking about Space Jason anyway, right?
Yeah, we
Just
know.
Space Jason.
So he has enhancements.
He gets
though, right?
enhanced by like nano cyborg bots. He
Right.
becomes a cyborg.
I can't believe
Undead.
that movie's
Yeah.
a real thing.
Yeah.
It's,
It's,
it seems like
in
a
the hood.
it seems like a YouTube like video. You know?
Yeah.
it probably was for the time, like when we didn't have YouTube.
I'm still going Predator.
Who's got shittier panties?
Predator's wearing
Definitely Jason.
shittier
He died.
panties.
Jason died as like a 12-year-old boy and is still wearing those panties to this day.
Predator takes it.
Okay. You're counter shitty pants.
Anti-shitty panties.
Okay.
What would give him the advantage over Space Jason? Because I really can't remember what Space Jason does. I mean, he's got all that.
I don't know what Space Jason does
Technology.
either.
Does
I
he
never
have
saw
a
Jason.
metal mask?
He's
He
wearing a
does.
metal mask. Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
cyborg Jason.
That's all.
I imagine he's stronger and faster, right?
So what?
Never much.
But you
faster.
can't. But see, the thing is Predator again. He can be invisible and he can be in trees and he can fucking snipe that bitch.
Okay, what's the setting?
The jungle.
The jungle definitely gives that to the Predator.
But even if it's Crystal Lake, there's still trees. There's just
Yeah.
like
But he's
redwood
not on
trees.
Crystal Lake. He's on a spaceship.
Oh,
well,
are
they
we in
make a scene that's sort of
Okay, we'll
emulating
say-
Crystal Lake,
are we
right?
in
The
space.
Nostromo from Alien.
Well,
But
then
you
there's a
know
bunch
what?
of places to hide.
Jason navigates around like a forest type area too. I mean, Crystal Lake's in the middle of some woods.
But he doesn't climb the tree. He just walks.
Yeah, that's true. But he doesn't. That's because he's so menacing. He doesn't need to move any faster.
I'll tell you one thing. We were talking about scary games earlier. One game that used to scare the shit out of me was Friday the 13th on the
I wanted to
NES.
mention-
Just
Oh
talked
my
about
god,
this.
yes.
You remember?
Fuck
Because you
Muppet for a minute.
you
because
turn
yes.
you turn the corner to the fucking room and his stupid ass.
boom,
Yeah, he'd be
boom.
right there.
Right.
Or you'd be
Like-
walking down the road. I don't. It's one of those games that always like gets bagged on as like the worst game of all time, like ET or something. It's
No,
like
dude.
they didn't play it because
No.
it's not that bad.
The Friday the 13th is not that bad. Friday the 13th is kind of cool.
Yeah,
It's got
I mean,
that
it's
genre.
only
It.
the only reason why it sucks is because you can't beat it. Like you
No,
can't beat it.
I don't
There's
think you
no
can.
no human being.
I don't think there's a win condition for that game. Like, there's no win state. It's just you play
Every
it until
time
you
you
die.
defeat Jason, he loses a pip of health.
Yeah.
Every
Well, don't you have to kill his
complete
mom
defeat.
in that game? Is
I
that
think
the
you have
goal?
to find the.
You fight her in the
head or
cave.
You do. You fight her in the underground cave,
Yeah.
but I think I beat her. I don't remember the game ending.
She just gives you the machete. I think. Like, you have to kill him 3 times, and then I think
Take this to kill my
you
son.
have to, like... I think you have to set him on fire at some point. That's why you have the
I
lighter.
didn't even know you could set him on fire.
Yeah.
Okay, that game's great. It's like Dark, it's like Dark
Automatically
Souls, man.
better.
I thought you were going to say that game's hell of
So okay, what
That's
makes
how you
what
can-
is Predator vulnerable to?
Arnold
Arnold
Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Okay, so if,
Being shot and stabbed works pretty well, but
Okay.
he's just a big dude.
He has the same vulnerabilities as a normal, normal organic creature would. I mean, he gets shot and bleeds. You know,
He's just been hyper trained.
he's
just a
human
badass.
too, he bleeds. So
he sees
Space
therm.
Jason.
Actually, I have something that he would have. Jason would have an advantage because he sees thermoptically, right? And Jason's dead, so he arguably doesn't have anybody.
He'd be like Arnold Schwarzenegger covered in mud.
Yeah.
Does he only see thermo-optically, though?
Well, if he takes his shit off, it's just red and.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Like, what the fuck is he looking at?
He's
Like,
looking
how
at
did that
virtu-
species evolve?
Because he's looking at the virtual boy once he's. And then he has the disadvantage at that point.
He's angry all the time.
Yeah.
so what is Space Jason vulnerable to?
Not
Teenagers?
a lot. I think.
No,
I'm trying to
it's-
think of what they did to him because I know that
How'd they kill
they
him?
shot him with a assault rifle for like half an hour and he was pretty
Right.
cool with it.
Yeah,
Did they probably
It's like,
blow him out in
that
airlock,
tickles.
huh?
It might have been an airlock or it might have been like into a sun. I'm trying to remember how it ended because I know they put some
Sun.
stupid ship AI
or a
into
sun.
like the same cybonizers in order to let her fight him, and then she becomes
Oh,
some
that's right.
stupid
'cause
like
the girl...
Barbarella, fucking barbed wire looking ass
Why-
bitch, and she just sucks.
Why
Like,
is
mad
Jason
at
on
me.
a space station to
I
begin?
don't remember.
I
I don't think it matters. Let's
remember.
I don't think
let's
they
take our
even
vote.
explain it.
Let's take our vote.
I think he was frozen in one, and then they thaw him out, and then he
Right.
cavemans around the ship.
Rob,
Yeah.
what's your vote? Predator or Jason X?
Miss Piggy can
Okay.
take them both.
Okay. What's your jizz?
Everyone else voted Predator.
Distant.
Predator.
Jiston?
I was gonna
Aaron.
ask. I say the Predator.
Okay.
I was gonna ask if you took them in their NES counterparts, because there was also a Predator NES
Yeah.
game
Yeah.
where he appeared out of fucking nowhere and murdered you.
Yeah.
But that would just take this on forever.
I'm going Jason if it's NES. I'm sorry.
Jason for NES is a big.
You can't kill him. Apparently with the lighter.
He'll dance around.
Now I gotta
he'll
play it
throw
again.
Things at you. You keep jumping to try to find power ups.
Right.
You
That's the
throw
same as
softballs or
Jaws.
whatever?
You
Yeah,
can't
go
kill
across them.
Jaws.
I'm
You
gonna
can
give
go
it
there.
to
Jaws in
Space Jason
space.
because I'm just
Space
that's a
Jaws.
close match, but trying to think of what Predator could do to Space Jason to like.
He
I mean,
has
you'd
a
have to
plasma
throw him
caster,
into the
that's
sun.
something, but
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not convinced that.
like Jason fought a
Predator has
telekinetic
it.
girl.
Right.
That was in like 7.
Yeah.
They really
Just
went
stupid.
fucking nuts in that series.
It might even be a tie. I don't know.
I'm
I'm just not convinced he has the advantage over Jason.
my vote's biased just because I never saw Jason X. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you can you can get the advantage over Jason though, because you can pick up the phone and be like, "Come over, come to the front door of my cabin right away."
You say it right too. Right away. I can't do it as good as you, but right away. It's so good.
Go watch the movie again.
I had,
You just see it.
I had one final
Player
one.
5 for shame.
Since we're always at odds about this, it seems, or at least you two are, Chris and Mr. Pipersworth.
Garbo wins.
Banjo-Kazooie versus Mario 64.
Oh, really, dude? This
Yeah.
is not
Like
the
the
time.
games?
No, just the characters.
Mario 64.
Mario's more agile. Kazooie can shoot eggs and fly.
Banjo-Kazooie is a pile of shit.
I disagree.
Oh, those are his moves. His and her moves.
Is that one?
Versus. Whoa, whoa. He knows CQC clearly because punch, punch, kick.
Yeah. He can jump on your head. He's got the backflip. He can fly.
I don't think he could reach the top of Banjo's head.
Banjo can't fly.
He can.
This
You
joke,
get
that was a
Beat
joke.
the
your
boss
wings.
from
What
the
was
song.
the
Kazooie can fly.
Yeah.
Technically, it's 2 against 1.
Aerial combat.
There you go.
Mario versus Banjo.
I don't remember.
He fucking killed Mario.
This is
This is a stupid question.
Mario 64. We're gonna have another conversation on a different episode about Rare and about how their 3D platformers are horse shit. But
Did you like the original Perfect Dark?
yeah,
Besides that fucking alien? Fuck
I
Elvis.
like the gameplay of Perfect Dark for its time. I don't think that N64 shooters. This is a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
I don't think N64 shooters hold up at all. I think a lot of people have fond memories of GoldenEye on 64, but have you played GoldenEye lately?
I have fond memories of Turok.
I think it sucks. It's not because the game is bad. It's because the 64 controller is not good for
The
shooters.
controls are fucking garbage.
You have to hold R to aim. You have to stop to aim in GoldenEye. It's not a good game. I'm just saying, people have these fond memories of GoldenEye because it was the first thing they ever fucking played on a console that was a shooter. But it's not a good game. Rare can go straight to fucking hell.
Straight to Zeebs.
Go
Straight to Zeebs. No, I don't know. I think Rare before 3D they were great.
Okay, so
but
you
anyway.
vote for Rare. I vote probably Mario.
I'm going Mario. Unless it's Battletoads.
What do you say, my porcine sweetheart?
Even I know that Banjo-Kazooie is shit.
See?
I'm going to file for divorce.
Good.
Effective immediately. Come over. I'm gonna get the divorce lawyer to the front door of my house right away.
Okay.
You're a whore pig.
What is BK and M6?
That was
Oh, Mario Kart. I mean,
no, that was
Mario
Mario
Kart.
64. and
Mario, because I saw BK. I was like Mario Kart.
it's
Burger King and Mario
Kart.
McDonald's.
Play
What's
Mario.
M6? Mario 64. I
didn't want to put a 64 because it'd be too obvious.
I gotcha. Okay, well, that brings us to the end of the line.
In the ride.
Who wants to take us out today? I guess I'll do it.
Why don't you fucking do it?
Thank you so much to everyone who listens. If you like what we do, help us out on iTunes. Rate us with 5 stars, please. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at MultiTap Podcast, one word. Instagram under MultiTap Space Podcast. Share MultiTap with the world and mail in questions or comments at the MultiTap Podcast, one word, at gmail.com. Thanks everybody for listening.
Please perform fellatio on us. Or suck our dicks.
I don't know this reference.
I'm gonna fucking show you.
Okay.
That's the end of the show. Bitches.
Bye! Bye!
Thus concludes the MultiTap broadcast. Gramercy to every listener, and many welcome returns. If so led, the hosts encourage 5-star ratings and reviews on iTunes. If you should like to contact the hosts of MultiTap, or give general public comment, they may be reached by way of Facebook at MultiTap Podcast, Twitter at MultiTap Podcast, or personal phone number, which they wisely refuse to give publicly. MultiTap is made possible in part by a fistful of potions and viewers like you. We shall return, as scheduled, in MultiTap Theatre.